seems to be.
Is it in working order?
I think it's good. Let me just stop it and
That's
listen.
pretty good.
Yo, that shit sucks. Release it.
You've pressed play. Oh, we're recording now.
Yeah, we're on. We're
This is
going.
on.
This is
So,
live.
before I tell my vodka orange juice story, where we all introduce ourselves, I've done 3 recordings of this before, right? With just Sam Wheeler and Ella.
Yeah.
Because Emily ruins it every time she shows up. The first one was pretty good, pretty fun, long, and it was pretty inappropriate, so I just made it unlisted. And also we just like mentioned people we know, which you probably shouldn't release online. The second one was a disaster. It started off pretty good, right? We had a theme, we were just doing all Doctor Who shit, so it started off by ranking the intros in order of our least favourite to favourite, whatever. And then we just went through like every episode of New Who and just talked about them all, right? And we did it in like 4 sittings over the course of like 4 days. And the ending recording was like 3.5 hours long. And it started off really good, then it got better and better and then better. And then at a point, it just turned shit and we just couldn't concentrate. And we were just like making hand signals and shit, and it was funny to us, but it wouldn't pick up on the recording at all. And
So
Ella lost
all
her
they
mind.
heard was just pure laughter.
Yeah, and it was awful. And then, also, I ran out of storage so bad on this that I couldn't record. I couldn't record anything because I had no disk space.
Oh god.
So it would be to the point where I would download something and then delete it immediately, and I would plug in that USB. And anytime I exported something, I'd do it straight onto the USB because my laptop had no storage.
Yeah.
And it corrupted it basically.
Oh,
So we
God.
lost like the past hour of the recording, or whatever, half hour. But it didn't really matter because that was shit anyway.
It was more laughter.
So I mean, I still released it, but it's terrible.
Yeah.
Where'd you release this
I think
on?
it's unlisted YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
You'll have to show me.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah,
'cause,
You will
um,
send me a link. This isn't a like debatable thing. You'll send me a link.
Like Jafar and Aladdin, you will send me a link.
You will.
Have you seen Aladdin? I love that film.
I've seen it.
We have
Which
to
one?
talk about Aladdin, but the original.
There's 3, isn't there?
Oh, there's like the sequels if you're talking about those.
Not the new one. Not like
No,
the
CGI
yeah, there's like
one,
the straight
yeah.
to DVD sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got the Aladdin.
When
Aladdin
just
2.
Genie's voiced by Homer Simpson.
Yeah, that's Aladdin 2.
Yeah.
And then you've got Aladdin Return of Jafar. Comes out
Return
to the
of
well.
Jafar.
I've only ever seen bits of them and heard about them. I haven't actually seen them.
I've seen the first one. I know that one.
Yeah, I saw the first one a million times.
I've seen the
Yeah.
first one.
Most
yeah.
recently, I got drunk. This was the same day I went to the field with you guys.
Yeah.
And Connor was sick.
Yeah.
Kind of was.
I went home, had a shower, I think, brushed my teeth, went to bed. The minute I got in bed, Charlie and his friends all just like burst through the door like drunk. I was like, wow, I'm being pretty loud. I'm probably not gonna be able to sleep through this, but I'll try. 10 minutes later, they literally get the karaoke machine out and just
No.
start screaming
Oh,
out.
no.
So I was like, well, what do I do in this situation?
Watch Aladdin.
I go downstairs and start being social with them.
Mm.
Because what else is there to do? Just not sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
my Wi-Fi turns off too, because my stepdad turns the Wi-Fi off. So yeah, I was just joining them in karaoke, had some vodka. It was a good time. And then the exact same thing happened the second day. But the second day, I watched Aladdin, and then got drunk with everyone.
Mm.
And then we came into the living room, like, yo, you watching Aladdin? I was like, it just ended.
Oh.
So we skipped back to like the last third and watched that. And then skipped back to like the second third and watched that. And then so we just watched Aladdin backwards.
Oh, in a 3-part backwards scheme.
Mm.
You know,
So I think that's the way they intended you to watch it.
that's how you watch
The
it.
director's
That's the best
cut.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
The director's
It's like
cut.
Blade Runner has a bunch of different versions. This is a legit version.
Yeah.
It's like on the menu. If you're drunk, watch this version. You'll trust me. You'll rather.
We
watch
should
this
do
one.
it. We should do that.
Yeah, we should do that one day.
The bit that used to scare me in Aladdin as a kid was, you know, when Princess Jasmine was trapped in the
Fucking
hourglass.
babe, yeah.
The
Babe.
fucking babe. But when she was trapped in the hourglass, you know, what sand was coming
Sand,
down
like,
on her.
Suffocating. And there's the
Oh,
the
that
bit
was-
where
nah,
she's
that
got her
was
hands
wrong.
out and it's like up to her fingers.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it used to make me sick. I mean,
He used to make me sick.
Nah, I used to hate it. It's
Like, I watch it, Daddy. It makes me spit up.
It used to actually make me sick.
And just imagine you watch it, you love it, you're clapping your hands and feet together, you're watching it, you're really happy, you're having a great old time, and then the minute the sun starts pouring up, you're like, the frown just, the smile fades from your face, and you start throwing up everywhere.
I'm gonna go talk.
Oh, that's what I did. I did do that after I woke up. Alright, let me finish.
The vodka
Right,
iron
so
sheep story.
I was talking about the Doctor Who episode we recorded. That was
Yeah.
like 3 hours or whatever. That was terrible. So after that, sorted out the disk space thing. Turns out, like, more than 3/4 of the storage was being taken by other accounts on the same laptop that haven't been used in years, because this used to be like Cal's or whatever.
Yeah.
So sorted out. Recorded the 3rd episode. It was great, right? We didn't do themes or whatever. We didn't talk about any specific thing. We just like sat down, had a good conversation. It was funny. It was entertaining. It was our best episode.
And
And then it just didn't record on the good microphone. It recorded on the laptop microphone.
Oh,
So
there's always...
I'm starting to think we're cursed. Like,
Maybe this is the one.
God.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I
this
was
is
like,
the one.
I got rid of Sam and Ella because know,
Bend them off.
yeah,
Bad luck, Charles.
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, that they're a jinx. So now, introduce everyone to my right with a peg leg and a fake eye.
Fake moustache as well. Max Weston,
He's wearing incognito glasses at all times.
a foreigner from Mexico. Dark skin. How it's meant to be.
Yep.
How it's meant to be.
And
So,
On your other right.
other right or sort of left.
I want to go last.
it's
I
left.
want to go last because I'm the host.
Yeah,
Connor,
yeah.
you introduce yourself.
I'm Connor. I'm pretty boring, to be honest. I'm not that interesting. So I
Except for the
decided
diamond
I was
heist.
going to do
Except for the diamond heist.
Yeah, but we can't
The
talk
diamond
about it
yeah,
we can't.
no.
That's yeah.
All right.
we can't. Right, we can't release.
Can't
this no more.
disclose.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
we
yeah.
cut it out. Mental note. Cut that out.
Yeah, cut that bit
Definitely
out.
remember. All right.
Yeah.
And then the last guy. It's your host. What up? It's your boy. Sam James. I have to clarify every time because every other episode said Sam Wheeler in it. So it's just two
It
Sams.
says two Sams. But now there's only one, so they won't get mixed up.
Well, you are the
Last.
original host, though, aren't you?
I am the
So-
greatest Sam.
Exactly.
It
You're
says
the
on my
greatest
Instagram bio.
Yeah.
He's middleman. isn't he?
Greatest Sam, Lord of Catan, the Sour Demon.
So deep.
Yeah, I mean, that was inspired by the game Helltaker. Don't know if you've heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Alright, it's good. You should play it. Free on Steam. It starts, this guy, the Helltaker, just some buff dude. He has a dream that he has a harem of demon girls, and they're all babes. He wakes up and is like, damn, I have gotta get my dick sucked, right? He wakes up just with a passion. He gets dressed and he's in some fly suit. He's got a red shirt, and just like white trousers, white jacket.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it rolls up his sleeves, slick back hair, got some sunglasses on. He's a cool
Ooh.
dude and he's buff.
Yeah.
And he goes down to hell, and then the game starts, right? So it's like a puzzle game. You have a set number of moves, and you have to get to the demon girl.
Yeah.
And then you get to the girl, and she says something, and you can reply with like one of two options. And if you get it wrong, she kills you, and you have to do it again. But if you get it right, she joins your demon harem. There are like 10 levels of this. It's great. There's a DLC, but that's different.
Is this like a Mario
Yeah.
game where she gets
Yeah,
captured
the
and
DLC
then moves on to the
game.
next
No,
level?
no,
or-
you should. I don't want to spoil it because it's actually
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really good. But the 4th demon you get is Melina, the sour demon, and she's great. I love her so much. There's a whole prequel comic just about her, but she does like tasks in hell, like sweeping. I think that's the only thing you see her do. But her job is just to keep hell in relative order.
Yeah.
The maid.
And then in her downtime, I guess they're all kind of like. The first person you meet is customer service. She's got a little name tag and a clipboard.
It's like
and then-
that all the
It's a
time.
hell.
And like the person in charge, Lucifer, is like suit wearing boss. She's the CEO of Hell.
Oh.
Yeah, they've all got jobs and stuff, but
Wait, Lucifer's a girl?
yeah, they're all girls.
Lucifer.
There's Cerberus too. You know, the mythical 3-headed demon
Oh!
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
she's
shit you
just
see on Harry Potter.
she's just like 3 girls who all share a mind.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's got 3.
It's great.
It's like a hive mind kind of thing.
Yeah. They all feel the same stuff. But Melina, my favorite,
Sour Queen.
the sour demon.
Sorry.
She's just chilling. She hates her life and everything. She's got a bitch demon sister. She's the sour demon. Her sister's the bitch demon. And so she has a hard time for everyone, has to do her job, whatever. Her only relief is in a downtime she gets to play turn-based strategies. Like Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is a favourite one.
I've not played that either.
I got it just because I love Helltaker so much and Melina.
Yeah.
But she does she makes screwdrivers, which you fill a glass with ice, and then you take a measure, you put vodka in it, and then you fill the rest with orange juice.
Is this...
So that's the
This is
offspring,
this-
yeah.
the inspiration
yeah.
for the story. The measure's important though. You just a measure of it, just like a
Yeah.
shot, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you serve it with 2 straws, whatever. Yeah, she's great. And I loved her so much that I learned how to make screwdrivers. And also I got Heroes 3. Yeah,
So is that how you got blocked out?
And
pretty much. There's more to it. Basically, we did what we do every time. Just meet up, go to Middlewood. We go to the same place every time because it's the only place Emily feels comfortable buying vodka. So this time I was like, alright guys, I'm sick of fucking Glens. That shit's disgusting.
Yeah.
Get a big bottle, get Smirnoff.
Nice Smirnoff ice.
Whatever it's called. It's good, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, that's a good idea because it's probably better value for your money anyway. It's just more of it. So yeah, I got £10 from my mum and £5 I found on the floor that day. Just on the ground outside, yeah. And then everyone else like had £5 or something. So we had a lot of money altogether.
Yeah.
So we bought 1 big bottle of vodka
Mm-hmm.
and then some orange juice cartons, whatever. We had orange juice at home, so it wasn't really important. But put it in my bag, went straight home. We put on Tangled. And then
what a film.
I had some ice cubes in the fridge, right? What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to have the big blocks of ice cube, for cocktails.
Oh,
and you fill
yeah.
the whole thing. It's chilled, is what it's supposed to be. I just had an ice cube tray. Just a shitty little plastic ice cube tray. Just didn't nearly have enough, right? I tried to split it 4 ways. It was just like barely anything, right? Well, I'll still try to make it as like well as you're supposed to.
Yeah.
So I only put a little bit of vodka in. And then passed it round. And then Emily just filled a glass literally halfway.
With...
Well, I was like, well, I'm not going to let her do this.
We got...
I paid for most of this bottle, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to be swindled out of it. So I finished mine like halfway. We all had half a glass of vodka and filled the rest of orange juice. And we got very drunk pretty quickly. We all got in the bath together.
I've seen...
Clothed.
I
Float,
think
yeah.
Yeah.
Did I see that on Instagram story?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I meant to do it for close friends only, but that was the only one.
I mean...
You were drunk at the time anyway. So.
Yeah, no, it was like the next day.
Oh, right.
But yeah, whatever.
Hangover.
We were watching Tangled, got drunk, went into the bathroom with our orange vodka, went in the bath, got out the bath, stayed in the bathroom for ages. I don't know how long, because memory starts getting weird at that point. But we were in the bathroom for a long time, danced around the bathroom, started playing different songs, whatever. And then we played Can You Feel My Heart? I think it's by Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah.
What? I do not remember this part.
You don't remember that part?
No.
It's the meme song.
I've never heard the memes.
Yeah,
It's always the songs from the memes.
yeah, it's got. I have shit taste.
Yeah, I know which one it is now.
Yeah, we're gonna get demonetized, me.
Yeah, that's...
Well, copyright stricken, but
What, do you know, while we play this song...
that's it. That's the
Right,
one.
okay.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
we'll just edit that and we'll have like the Roblox music.
Yeah,
No, we'll play the
copyright-free
royalty-free
bank sounds.
Kickstarter music.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one they always play in Kickstarter. Hi, we're the Barry Brothers.
Yeah.
We just invented a revolutionary new thing. We call it Crocs. It's always something that's already been invented. They
Yeah.
just give it a new name.
We've been playing toilet paper.
Papier
Papier.
toilet. Yeah.
Papier toilet.
So we went out of the bathroom listening to that song, and at that point, I have no memory of anything.
Yeah.
But no, actually I do. We listened to that song, we got out, started refilling glasses, whatever, and then we all had a second half glass of vodka, half orange juice. So, if you put it together, we each had like a full glass of vodka
Yeah.
and orange juice.
That's enough to make you.
Yeah, that.
It's enough
That,
to
yeah.
make a grown man cry, yeah.
I mean, especially my way out. I'd know. I'd be gone. All it takes is
So-
a couple of ciders for me. I'm done.
All you need is prosecco.
So yeah, I don't remember anything after the second glass, but that's how much is left.
Oh, you still got it.
We've still got it. Wait,
Jeez.
hang on.
There's not much left, but yeah,
We'll have a gander.
I've been
Oh, yeah,
I've been
that's-
saving it. It's more than I thought, but
Yeah. I would have thought that thing would have been gone by now.
Goodbye, Mr. Smirnoff. You go back to your.
no, I've been good on alcohol since then.
Yeah.
Because at some point I passed out, woke up, immediately just threw up in that bin.
That very bin.
Yeah, that
right,
one.
that's
It was
right
washed
behind
out since, but.
you. Yeah.
Woke up, there was just like orange vodka spilled on the floor.
Oh no.
Someone used my
no.
laptop as a coaster.
Oh no.
There was just like shit everywhere.
Wait, the top of the laptop or.
The top, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's not as bad as like the keyboard.
There was shit everywhere though. It's like orange too, so you get the orange juice stickiness, alcohol stickiness, like all mixed together.
You sat there. It's like.
You need the
just
rubbing
the
alcohol.
smell of
that would
vomit.
just
It's
Straight
like
off.
Squidward walking. It's
Oh,
it's not nice.
Barefooted.
Oh no.
And then like someone must have spilt like quite a bit because I woke up and I pieced together immediately because there was someone's empty glass
Right.
with like toilet paper drenched in the vodka orange just in the glass. I was like, okay, so someone spilled it and decided to mop it up with toilet paper and just left it in the glass.
Oh no.
And the floor was just stinking horrible. And then at one point Sam spilt his, so he decided to use my poncho to
No.
To wipe it up.
Oh.
that one.
That rancid.
Ran it through the wash. Yeah. So I was like the most hungover I've ever been.
Mhm.
Not very fun.
I've never
And
been.
the room's in an absolute state.
The room's
You've got to
awful.
clean it up whilst
The
I'm
room was
over.
horrible, and there was like shit
Oh,
everywhere,
God.
like snacks and hats and my grappling hook.
Grappling hook.
Yeah, it's.
I'm sure that went down well drunk.
Sam was using it to scratch his face. I have a video actually.
Yeah, wait, a grappling hook. You have a. Is it like a?
I just tidied it away today. It's on the other side. If you take away the Atari 2600.
I'll have a look. Let me crawl under here. Let me have a look at this grappling hook. Is it a red cord?
Yeah, that's the one. Careful with I scarred my hand.
Oh, that's an actual. I thought you meant one of them little plastic like.
no.
This is
No,
like
that's-
full on.
that's an actual- yeah.
Yeah, and it works. Well,
It's it will work.
Yeah.
see, Connor knows he's a master criminal.
Yeah,
In
you
fact,
little diamond heist. Is this one
Is this
used?
mine?
Is this the one you used?
Not that I know.
This is evidence.
I have used it before.
Well, put it back
The
under the bed.
FBI have been looking for that.
We'll put it back under the bed.
One time,
Give me back the Nintendo.
one time I threw it and then tried to catch it and it just spiked my hand. There's a little red dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since. Here it is.
That's
Here's-
probably not the best idea to catch it.
What's that there?
That's Ella.
This is.
Pants to Sam in a top hat scratching his face. with a
Oh
graphic.
my
Oh,
lord, have
no.
mercy. That thing could do some damage.
But anyway, yeah.
I'm off
It was
now.
my hat bag just got raided. Everyone was wearing my hats.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody
That's
do
a
that.
pretty good one.
That is a nice cap though.
Yeah, classical.
But you just suit all your caps, like any hat.
Thank you.
You've got
You
a
just
good
suit
fit,
it, yeah.
It's your jawline. sharp as a knife. Sharp as that.
That grappling hook.
I don't know
You
why I
can
sounded.
use it
I don't know why I sounded. Just
prop him on.
nuzzle into your neck.
But yeah, I passed out on the floor.
Not even on the bed.
Yeah, no, I was like right there. And then, it was a good thing too because I woke up and it was me. You know when you wake up to be sick.
Yeah.
It was like I probably would have slept for like several more hours if I didn't need
Yeah.
to vomit. But yeah, I think that's the whole story.
Well,
Wait,
what, of
but
what
there's
you can
more
remember anyway.
bits. There's more bits to it, but I might just come back to it.
Yeah.
One question before we leave that.
Yeah.
Do you remember letting them out? Like-
Ish. Yeah. I remember everyone be like, "No, we'll never leave Sam." It's like, Mum's like, "He's poisoned himself. He has to sleep." I'm
He's
like,
dying
"Fair enough.
slowly."
We're gonna go smoke weed,"
It's understandable.
which is fine because I never do that anyway.
No,
Yeah.
Say no to drugs. I have one already.
yeah, kids out
Absolutely.
there listening to this, we don't smoke this.
Mm.
Not us lot. Anyway, we're not
No,
from
we're
that
good.
life.
Yeah.
We're clean.
I mean, we don't know Connor's whole history, but
I have a very, very deep history. It's not good. I have like multiple identities at this point.
yeah, he was worshipped as a rain god at some point.
Yeah.
He passes around different credit cards like birthday gifts. Oh god, I'm scared of
We
him.
can only hope he doesn't gather all the emeralds, all the chaos emeralds.
So how did you pass out on the floor instead of on your bed? Because there was no one in the house. You
well,
don't know.
no, there was Mum and Cal in the house.
Well, yeah, but they don't count. No, they don't count. They count, but they don't count.
It makes the story worse because my parents were in at the time.
Whilst you were getting absolutely shit faced.
Yeah, well, like, alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
Fun time.
But- Like Emily kept like not passing out, but she kept just dropping on the bed, right,
Mm.
yeah.
and then getting up and just doing a little
Boogie.
dance.
And then go
Like
back.
she was crumping, that's what she called it. And then just like falling on the bed again, like not sleeping, I don't think, but she would just like lay there. And then so I was over here. I don't remember. If that's the explanation. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe I sat down. Maybe I didn't.
You were over there somewhere.
At some point I was there, and then I was
Corner.
asleep. And I woke up, then I threw up.
That's all we know.
In the bin.
That's all we know. Yeah.
Do you need the bucket?
I'm good.
That burp scared me.
Yeah.
That sounded like something else. When was the last time you touched that vodka again?
So what's the most drunk you guys have ever been?
Oh, I'm a good boy.
Yeah.
I'm a little good boy person. The most drunk I'll have been down at park, down at
Yeah.
field.
The field.
I mean, I just
Just
don't.
social drinking.
Yeah, I don't drink for like on my own. Or
Yeah.
I only started relatively recently, but ever since like year 9 or 10 or whatever, I was going to the parties like Phoebe's surprise party and
Yeah.
some other people's stuff. But everyone thought I was really drunk when I was just sober as fuck.
Yeah.
Just as sober as I just didn't drink anything.
Yeah.
Just high on life.
You're just high. You're just having fun times.
Yeah.
I think the night I was drunkest was when you were there
Yeah.
and I threw up next to a fence.
I mean, you
Painted
gotta
the
be
fucking
at least a
wall.
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, but it was all like completely
drank a lot that
non-digested
night,
at all.
though.
It was
It
just
was
like
just Strongbow.
it
It
was
was pure Strongbow.
you drink the Strongbow, you throw up Strongbow.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
There was
Like,
nothing else. But
When I
Strongbow.
did it, it was just like
I don't.
It was.
I don't want to go into detail,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like just brown liquid.
Proud. I hate.
Yeah, mine was just undigested, just dark fruit Strongbow.
Does anybody here hate throwing up?
It's worse
Yeah, I
the
used
more
to.
you throw up.
I used to be like I hate it like loads, and every time I was sick as a child, I was like, oh my
Oh
God,
yeah,
like,
cry.
Yeah,
I used to
would
cry.
cry and then like have trouble breathing and like
Uh-huh.
I want to cough and shit, but I'm also gagging and just having
Yeah.
a really bad time. But then ever since I got heat stroke, I've been able to just deal with it now. Like the one time, I don't remember when. Anytime in like the past couple of years, it was the hottest summer in like 100 years.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. Yeah, and it was crazy, really hot. It was insane. Getting out of the car felt like getting into a hotter car.
It's just a hotter car.
It-
man.
It was crazy. Anyway, my grandma, this was at my dad's house and my dad's parents' house.
Mm.
My grandma set up like the TV in the caravan, which is nice of her.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be like cool, and it kind of was for a while. You know, just cool, chill place. I was
Yeah.
a fan, I think. I would set up my Raspberry Pi and watch Friends on the TV, just drink Coke, all that stuff. It was cool, and I fell asleep, and there was a big window above me, like the sunroof of the caravan, just shining down straight on me as I slept.
Like God's
Oh.
And like it was the hottest summer in a century, and it was a heat wave, and I was in a hot caravan.
I bet you just.
It just like fried my
Yeah.
brain, I think.
Hmm?
So yeah, I'm pretty sure I got heat stroke because I just woke up the same way I did after drinking a bunch. Just like I need to be sick.
Yeah.
So I just went inside, felt awful. It just felt awful. Went inside, was sick, felt a bit better. Went downstairs. Like 10 minutes later, felt need to be sick again. Went back upstairs, was sick. Just did this just for a while, and then after that, I've been pretty good at being sick. Same with the hangover. Like you feel horrible, so you're gonna be sick. Then you feel a bit better for a while. It's a little relief. Then
Yeah.
go back until you feel really sick again. The
Mm.
worst part is just like knowing you're sick, knowing you have to be sick,
I'd like
and just
it's
laying there.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just
That's
something
the
I
worst
don't wanna do.
experience.
It's when you
yeah.
feel
You don't.
need
It's the
to be
process
sick.
of getting up
You
to go to. It's
Yeah.
the worst.
It's-
You feel it.
it's
You feel
horrible.
it slowly
Yes.
bubbling up, and you're like that. No,
Like-
come on, no.
And like you're trying to reason with yourself, like maybe if I lie here it'll stop. Maybe
Yeah.
I can go back to sleep.
And then,
Yeah.
And then like
It never happens.
I know if I go and be sick, I'll feel better afterwards. But I
just
don't want
to
to
be
yeah.
sick. I don't like that. The taste, the smell. The smell
Oh.
of just stomach acid.
No, what's
Not
worse
good.
though is when you bring like a bucket or like a bowl or some kind of dish,
Yeah.
and then you lay on a settee, but the settee is nowhere near a toilet, like it's across your house or something, and you be sick in that bowl, and then you don't want to get up to move it, but it stinks, which is making
Yeah.
you more sick. It's the worst feeling having to just sort it out.
Oh, I did that in a car.
Oh,
when I
God.
was just in the boot. Oh, this is awful. This is a whole thing in and of itself. Why I just hate traveling now.
Mm.
I just avoid it every chance I get. But it's not so bad in the front seat, but in the back seat of the van is just the worst. I get so travel sick, and I go for like 6-hour car journeys to France like a couple of years ago and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I would just have my bucket, and I would just be sick in the bucket, and then keep feeling sick and just having it, and just like trying to
Yeah.
not look at it, trying to not smell it.
And it just
And then-
car journey.
Oh.
Getting out, and it just feels great. And I still feel sick, but it's just that much
Fresh
relief
air.
to be out of the car, fresh
Yeah.
air. Yeah,
Like you can open a window, but
go,
it doesn't.
yeah,
it
go
doesn't
to
matter.
go
It's
to a
not the same.
park, find a bench that says "Here lies Sam James." Say that's a bit creepy.
Yeah, it'll do it.
Yeah, true story.
You really did
Yeah,
find it.
it was a woman.
It's
But
like finding a. it's like finding a Coke can that has your name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
that's exactly what
Well,
it
this is
like.
actually a bench dedicated to a dead person.
Yeah, in retrospect, it was kind of disrespectful to lie down like that.
Oh.
Christ.
I don't know. I was anywhere from like 9 to 14 at the time,
Yeah.
playing Pokemon Diamond on my DS.
Yeah.
Mid sick.
It's always worse when you've got something to distract you as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just there's nothing you can do. It's awful.
Yeah.
Like in the back seat, right? I can't listen to music because there's like radio on, blasting on speaker next to me. That's where the sound comes from.
Yeah.
So they can't even hear it. So they turn it up. It's really loud next to me. Can't concentrate on anything other than that shit. And even then, it's just noise, And right in front of me, there's Max and Blake's DVD players. They've got their
Yeah.
headphones in, so that's just gonna want to make me sick. Can't read because I'll feel sick. Can't play my DS because I'll feel sick. Can't play my own music because I can't hear it. So there's just nothing to do.
Mm.
Just sit
sick.
with a bucket and try not to be sick.
Oh
Oh,
God.
for 6 hours straight.
Yeah,
Not good.
awful.
To France
That's-
or wherever it is.
Yeah, I mean, more recently it was like we went kind of near Northumberland, and we were going to like a holiday place or whatever, and it was kind of fine just on like main roads or whatever. It was
Yeah.
just like I would slowly feel worse and worse and worse and worse, and we'd stop at services and feel better. Slowly feel worse and worse and worse. But then towards the end, there was just like winding mountainous paths in the
Yeah.
countryside,
Mm.
just like over and over, just turning up and down, so it's like awful.
Do you get travel sickness? I'm getting. You're
Yeah.
very travel
I
sick.
get-
I'm judging from this.
Very bad travel sickness.
You see,
Can't you get them little like rubber bands that you get on your wrist? Do they not do
They don't
that?
do nothing.
I don't
They
know.
don't do a thing, do they?
I don't know. I've never tried them.
Oh, right.
honestly, I feel like that's just like a placebo.
I think it is. It
I mean,
most likely
placebos
is.
work.
Yeah, they do.
So
Make you feel better. Not medically, but mentally.
yeah, not biologically.
It's all about the mind.
It's
the
really weird.
It's the, worst.
Yeah,
it's
how
the, it's
they
the
work.
downfall of mankind, in my opinion. But no, I'm
It's all
not-
about the mind.
No, we're not.
Oh,
we're
That's
that's
not.
just funny. That's just funny.
Just the consciousness is the downfall of it.
Consciousness.
When was the last time I was sick? Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh, I don't
he's-
know.
yeah, he's all just
This-
popped back
this
into
Just,
his
you just
head
unlock
now.
a memory.
Yeah.
Ooh,
No, that weren't good.
no.
It were I was camping with me
Yeah.
mum, dad thingy, and it was late at night, 12. We'd had a barbecue, we stayed up, we drank a bit. I didn't because
Yeah.
I'm obviously a good boy. And then we went to bed. About 1 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, and I don't know why. I was like, "Why the hell have I woke up?" Oh, alright. And I
It was
feel
really
it
shit, yeah.
slowly
Yeah.
building up, and then I go, and then I get my dad in and go, "Dad," and he goes, "What?" And I go, "I'm gonna be sick." And then he goes, "What?" "I'm gonna be sick." And he's like, "Are you sure? Just go back to bed." No,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna be sick. So he gives me a sink bowl. I'm in my onesie. It's freezing. It's in the middle of the field, and it's a cold night. It's like 3 degrees. I'm in a onesie, thick socks and pajamas underneath. I'm sat there, and he and he pulls up a camping chair behind me, and I've got this dish bowl thing, and he goes, "Do you want to sit down?" And I stand, and I go, "No." All into the bucket, and I go, "Right," and then I just sit my ass down, and I nearly go straight over this camping chair.
with the thing in your
Yeah,
hand.
rocking
Oh.
this, and I'm kind of balancing mid-sick into the bucket, and it's coming through my nose.
Ugh.
I'm a projectile.
It's so bad.
I'm a projectile. When mine comes out, it comes out.
With
It
some
comes out like a
force.
bus. It comes
For
straight
me,
through.
the
straight
worst
through my
part
nose.
is just like the process being there like minutes at a time, like ages and ages, like upwards of like half an hour, just
Mhm.
like being sick and then like trying to breathe afterwards because it's
Yeah.
all like
Oh.
reflex,
Oh,
gag
yeah,
reflex.
It's always
So-
going and going. You have like a split
And then
second
like
to breathe.
I spit because it's all in my mouth and teeth, and like, and then you get the acidity in your teeth, like if you had a really strong
Yeah.
juice or whatever.
Yeah.
Tastes
it's like-
horrible.
And then just waiting, feeling worse, gagging, not being sick, gagging, being sick, just over and over and over again.
I feel like it's worse when you've been sick that much that there is literally nothing left in your stomach.
Yes, I have
and
a
it's just
really, actually, I have a story that goes even further beyond that, which is a whole thing. So, before I get into that, is there anything else along these lines you guys want to talk about?
No, it was just
Nah.
the burger that I was coming
Yeah.
out my nose. Like from the barbecue before, I had like little pieces of undigested burger. That was just, yeah, honestly, it was
God.
literally like that. I blew my nose, and there it was in front of me. My food from last night. It was absolutely minging.
Oh
I
god.
threw that in bucket, and then I was sat there, kind of traumatised in my camping chairs. My dad walks across the field, chucks it in the bush, comes back, gets some water, goes back, chucks it in the bush. It wasn't fun.
Alright, so, Sam's food poisoning story.
Oh, food poisoning.
Yeah, it was a good one. Bit of background information. We used to go to France, right? We did it when I was like 6, and then took a break for a while, then started doing it again, like every year, like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, whatever. It got worse and worse every time. Like the first time we went, not being sick, but the first time recently, whatever. I had a good time. Met someone called Dexter. Made friends with him. You know, we did the camps. We had Wi-Fi. We chilled. It was comfortable. It was nice. We didn't go for too long, which was a good time. Second time, kind of the same, just slightly worse in every way. Like, we didn't have Wi-Fi, but we had electricity, and we still stayed, like, indoors.
Yeah.
And there were pools there. But I stubbed my toe on the side of the pool, and then fell in and then snapped my toenail off, which is
Oh god.
no.
story in and of itself. I somehow managed to meet Dexter again, I think, which was weird because it was a whole other place in France the next year.
But he's here.
Yeah. So that was good at least. I was like, I didn't really enjoy it much overall, but there were some good parts. And we went for longer, which didn't help. And then the last trip was just like the longest of them all and the worst of them all. We were on an island in France, we were camping. It was shit. There was no electricity, no Wi-Fi, except for like the one, what do you call them? Extension lead things.
Yeah.
So which we had to share. So every like once a day maybe I got to plug in my DS.
To charge it up.
Yeah, and it was shit, and I had to do like jobs or whatever. Charlie was there, so that was fun, but he wasn't even there for all of it. He only showed up like halfway in.
Yeah.
And we were with another family, like Max and Blake, my younger brothers, their friends and their parents. So there were like 12 of us or something.
Yeah.
It was just unfun for me.
No.
Because I didn't know anyone. I didn't want to socialize really.
A bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, but then one time, we got oysters at Cal Bottom, and was like prying them open with a knife.
Yeah.
I was like, "Here's something you want to try?" I was like, "Sure, why not? I don't care."
Mm.
So I did, and then that night did the classic wake up in the middle of the night to be sick, scramble out of my tent room, like try to unzip the door,
Yeah.
find the bucket. There's a bunch of toys and shit in it. Just pull everything out, like get everything out of the bucket just to be sick in it.
Yeah.
And I'm sick in the bucket. Feel the shit. Don't sleep for like another hour. Next day it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
I'm like sick more and more. Mum's kind of ill too, but not as bad. I think she also got food poisoning.
Yeah.
I'm the most sick I've ever been. Not only am I like feeling ill constantly, but it just hurts. I'm just in pain constantly.
Oh.
Nothing to do but lie down. Yeah, there's no relief. That's the thing about being sick, like with hangover or heat stroke or whatever before, I could like feel awful, but then be sick, and then for a little while afterwards I'd feel fine. And then it just gets worse and worse and I'd be sick again. This was different. This was just feel awful all the time, no relief.
Oh God.
And then I sicked up everything. And I just looked pale and like, because there was no food or drink in me. And Mum was like, "You gotta drink this." There's like sugar and salt in water. Try to drink it.
Yeah.
Throw up. She's trying to give me crackers and stuff. Just got no appetite.
Nutrients.
I can't
Nothing in
eat. And anytime I eat stuff, I would
comes
just throw it up.
immediate-
Yeah.
it comes
So
immediately.
nothing left to throw. I just start being sick liquids. And then I just start throwing up my stomach acid and shit. Like literally just,
It's
body fluids.
Yeah.
and yeah, it was just green.
Have you ever got stomach acid through your nose?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
That's not fun.
Yeah, I just like keep being sick till there's nothing to sick of anymore. Gag, just keep being sick, like body
And
shit.
how long did this last for?
2 days.
Oh God.
And
What,
just-
straight? Like
Yeah,
you didn't even get
I
any
did
sleep
just
in
shout the
between?
I like tried to sleep. I could sleep in intervals, like
Yeah.
an hour at a time.
Have you ever
maybe.
been? Is there any other illnesses on holiday?
I mean, probably like just being sick, diarrhea or whatever.
I
Like
got-
nothing that bad. But yeah, I ended up just like not eating for like 2.5 days.
That's not fun. I got tonsillitis in Fuerteventura
Yeah.
as like 7-year-old. It was as fun as it sounds. We got family friends. We got going, and I don't know what he started it. It's natural. It just comes and goes whenever
Yeah.
it pleases, I guess. And I was sat there. I remember it started off at middle at night.
Yeah.
When it started to actually hurt, and I were up all night. I were up all night with my mum. My mum's there trying to comfort me, and I'm just sat there. Breathing's hard. Breathing it feels like burning.
Yeah.
It's sucking in like, when someone sucks in a cigarette
Yeah.
and it like shows fire embers. That's what it felt like my throat was doing. When I breathed in, it just heat up and burn.
I don't think I've ever felt that. Like, the closest I've gone to that is when you've gotten a cold to the extreme. It's like really bad. But you
Yeah.
can't.
Oh
Breathe.
god,
Mm.
it felt like I was breathing in like.
Oh
fire.
no, a cough. When you cough and it hurts.
Oh, and it like
Yeah.
Yeah,
barks.
that's probably the closest I've felt to
It
that.
just every time I breathed, my throat just felt like fire. It was absolutely horrible.
Yeah, sounds.
We went to this doctor, Fuerteventura. Couldn't understand a thing he was saying. He had no English in him, which didn't help. It said English on the door.
Just pointing to your neck.
Yeah, on the door where it says like we speak French, Spanish, English, all that.
Yeah.
We said we spoke English. The receptionist, she spoke perfect English. Went into doctors, nothing. Absolutely not. And so we're sat there. He's got these lollipop sticks. He's shoving them down my throat. I'm sat there breathing fire in sheer pain. And he gives us this medicine. Now it gets to night time when we're taking the medicine. I don't know what that medicine was, but it tasted like pure. I'd probably say vodka.
Just for context, Max just made a face like a frog.
Right,
It looked like he just bit into a lemon.
So what we did, we had the very bright idea, and we
Yeah.
mixed it with Ribena.
Oh,
We mixed
God.
this vodka shit, or whatever the medicine was.
Just
It wasn't
bleach
vodka.
taste and shit.
Bleach tasting,
Yeah.
absolute rancid thing with nice raspberry flavoured Ribena. And it tasted nice.
Yeah.
But I couldn't guzzle it because, guzzling medicine, a big medicine bottle, that's not going to do you well. So throughout that night again, wake up, chug a bit of Ribena liquids, go to sleep, wake up, and throughout the night I just couldn't sleep. And that lasted for a week.
A week.
While 7 years
God.
old. Yeah, it's not. It's as fun as it sounds.
See, I haven't actually been out of the country apart from when we went to Italy last year.
That Italy trip.
Before all the COVID stuff like hit us.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty much it. That's the only time I've been out of the United Kingdom.
You didn't get ill.
I didn't get ill. I didn't do anything. It was.
I went to
It was a pretty
Rwanda.
good time.
What?
Rwanda.
Rwanda.
The heart of Africa. Yeah.
Ooh.
So you've been to all these interesting places. I've been
I
to
mean-
Ireland.
That's cool.
I mean, you wanna.
I
you wanna-
haven't. My
What-
brother's gone to loads of places. He's been like countries in Germany, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to South America, loads of stuff. He went places with scouts for school, because we were promised school trips like stuff.
Mm.
And I mean, not only was COVID, I don't think that even did much. I think it was just schools budget cuts or whatever. We
Yeah.
just
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
go on
school
any
had no
trips.
money.
I mean, I didn't end up going on any residentials, mainly just through choice. Like I couldn't be bothered in year 8 or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
I went on the one day trip in citizenship in like year 7. I don't think that's the only school trip I did.
That was the one with the mine, wasn't it? The Blue John
Oh,
mine.
I went on 2 then, because I went on the mine trip, and I went on the
was a
one where you
geography.
just go to a museum or something for citizenship.
Yeah. That was a geography one, wasn't it? The
Yeah, the
mine.
Blue John one.
Yeah,
In Castle.
that was alright. Everyone bought sweets. That was the main takeaway.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember I bought this like rancid, what was supposed to be spicy chewing gum.
Ugh,
So,
Like it was
that's
like
just
a gumball.
it doesn't sound
Yeah.
nice.
It's not. It weren't. It was like.
Or
a-
was it spices?
No. I don't, it was. It's
Because
supposed
I
to
remember one time I was with someone that was like, I got this spicy sweets. Do you dare? Do you dare eat it? Or do you have the courage to
Yeah.
eat? And I eat it and it just tastes disgusting. It's not spicy. And I look at it. It's just like, you dumbass. This isn't spicy. It just tastes of spices.
it's just some Italian nightmare.
It's just fucking curry powder flavored bonbons.
It's not good. No, it were like a jawbreaker.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a jawbreaker. It was like a gumball thing that you'd suck, and then eventually be able to chew it.
Yeah.
Now we had this dare with all the friends. Like whoever could last this in your mouth before gagging and throwing up
Yeah.
was a winner, or like having to spit it out because it was that bad.
Mm.
After a while, you'd literally spit it out because it was absolutely vile. It tasted. I don't know what it tasted of. It just tasted absolutely rancid.
Mm.
And so you'd put it in, and I lasted the longest of 2 minutes.
The thing is with like sweets like that, I've only ever had like sour ones with the competitions, like who can have the most toxic waste or whatever. Like
Oh yeah.
I can handle the sourness or whatever. The sweets themselves like pretty nice, but they just like literally make a hole in your cheek.
Mhm.
Like they wear away the
Yeah.
inside of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
The acidity.
Mm,
Oh, I have the one story about that. It was one time in France. Not the awful, horrible camping one, the time before that, I think.
Yeah.
I said, can I try some lemon? Because, I've never eaten a lemon before. Like, I knew it was, like, sour, but, I just wanted to eat it. And Cal was like, yeah, sure, but you have to have all of it because I don't want to waste it. I was like, sure.
What a bad decision.
Oh.
He's,
God.
yeah, no, he definitely can be a dick. So I ate some lemon. I had, like, a slice. I was like, ooh, that is sour, but, it's whatever, I didn't tell everyone I ate some lemon. And then by the second one, I was like, this is legitimately starting to hurt my teeth
Yeah.
and the roots of my teeth and my gums and everything, just because of how acidic it is.
Mhm.
Like, it's just painful to eat it.
Yeah.
And then Cal just made me eat the rest of the whole lemon, and it just fucking hurt,
Oh.
and it damaged my teeth, and I had to drink loads of milk because alkali counteracts it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I had to actually buy like alkali toothpaste.
It ruined
To
your.
stop it.
That was just a terrible experience.
I'm silent. I want.
I mean,
Okay, interrupting the podcast.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to. I was supposed to be on
God,
silent.
it's always Max that has to
No,
ruin
I was
something,
meant.
isn't
It was meant to be on silent. Please.
I don't even have mine on silent. I just don't get any notifications.
I don't. What was this notification about?
Team Snapchat
Battery.
wishing
It's
you.
Vodafone. Leave me alone, Vodafone. I
Team
want
Snapchat
Snapchat.
wishing you happy Father's Day
That's
one
actually
day late.
a good transition into a topic as
Yeah.
well. The scammers that say that just
Oh.
completely randomly message you, HSBC, your
I
account
know.
has been hacked, or your account has been.
I get tax fraud a lot. Like you've
Yeah.
committed tax fraud.
Oh, my best one. It was like I don't know why. I don't know where or what they were gonna hack me with or how they were gonna hack me, but it was Argos, spelt with capitals, except from the O was a 0, and it said, "Your gift card voucher credits have been rechanged to a new profile."
That's such a specific scam.
Yeah. and I was reading this. I'm like, I don't buy anything.
Like
from
who's that gonna
Argos.
work on? Like that's only gonna work on people who
Like-
have used gift cards in
Yeah.
Argos specifically online
Yeah.
recently.
on their phone, and it was like, please please click this link so you can change it back, so you can renew it. And I'm like, number one, you've spelled Argos with a 0. It's very brutal because it comes up. You know how it's like, I'm showing spam this now. You see how it has like the name over the message before? It says Vodafone.
Argos.
It's Argos with capitals and a 0. That's what I thought. Saw first. I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I don't understand how.
Well, that's the thing. They come up with these really good ideas, like these actually pretty decent. You've got to even respect for coming up with these
Yeah.
random ideas to actually get into your
Stuff.
of coming up with an idea to get someone's information.
Yeah.
But then they execute it just terribly. Like
Yeah.
Well, they don't understand English, half of them. Half of them
Most
are.
of
I'm not
No,
So,
there
yeah,
this
not-
is
yeah,
true
yeah.
to this
Yeah.
actually.
not like they are. They've got like little whereabouts in different countries and stuff. You know, places where the police aren't as tough on that crime because it's it's not hurting them in that country. It's
Yeah.
hurting others in other country. You know,
You can look it up. There's very like specific reasons as to why they're always
like not getting stuff.
Indonesian.
Yeah, something like that in like big Indian scammer warehouses and stuff. It's just they don't understand English, and so
Yeah.
they call, and it's always the the like typical Asian person
Yeah.
trying to tell you, like Microsoft needs your help or some stuff like that. It's always the same. It's always
Microsoft needs your help, but hurry! We need your credit card number and the number on the back and the expiration date.
The same. Oh God.
John Wick. needs
Microsoft
your-
wants you.
What's his name? Like voiceover Pete or something. He was like,
This-
yeah, on Fiverr.
This is epic.
now
This
this is epic.
Oh God, I'm
I
nervous.
remember he would do them for so many people. Like everyone would commission him to do voices, so you can find him for like every fandom. There
Yeah.
was a
Mm.
but hurry. There was like a Emmett from the Lego Movie needs your help. It's like stuff like that for everything.
Oh no.
I bet he made some great money after doing that.
Probably, I mean, he
He-
must have just
yeah.
the sheer number of it. If he got like £1 for every one he'd done,
Yeah,
He's
especially
done
from
hundreds
when he
of
did
them.
it so far now.
yeah,
So many.
and the
kids.
popularity of it. If he had a
Yeah.
YouTube channel, he would get monetization from it.
Exactly. The genius scammer. The
Yeah.
best scammer.
Honestly.
The best scammer in history. Nah, in my opinion, the best scammer in history was when the big Black Lives Matter was happening during the presidential debate. Like,
Yeah,
Picking thing.
like 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest Facebook page of Black Lives Matter turned out to be an Australian man hacker. You kind of knows this. An Australian hacker, okay, who'd nicked over $100,000 worth of
Donations
donations
towards
towards it,
Black Lives Matter
and then
causes.
disappeared off the grid.
Oh wow, really? Did he
Yeah,
get away
he-
with it?
He got away with
Oh,
it.
yeah.
They've not
Probably.
found it.
He
They
did
don't
a-
know who it was. I
He
think
did
it
a
was just an
DB
Australian man.
Cooper.
He
Yeah, he
used.
lit-
I think he used a fake name, but he was. They found out he was from Australia, and it was
Well, I narrowed it
like
down.
thousands and thousands of people had donated to this cause. It
Over
was the biggest
100,000.
one
Yeah.
on Facebook,
Wow.
And he was just an
Um,
Australian man.
and then he shut the whole donation like sponsorship thing down,
Closed the
and then
account.
took all the money and disappeared. He's not been found since. It's
That's crazy.
In World War Two, this is another big scam. World War Two, they used to train like, I think it was in UK. They used to train spies
Yeah.
who'd airdrop into France during like when it was Germany held, and they'd have eyes on the inside as French civilians,
Yeah.
and they used to train them, and they used to give them when they were dropping them in, they used to give them 100 million, like €1 million to spend,
Mm.
on like weapons and stuff to arm themselves, and to like get a place and get like a little house going.
foothold.
Yeah, a foothold into like what like a regular life would be to fool the Axis powers. There were a man who did this,
Yeah.
went all through training, all through everything, air jumps with the million euros, and then disappeared. He did all through the training, got signed up, had the position in
That's
the
awesome.
army, airdropped in, and then ran away with the money.
There's something
€1 million.
something so good, just fascinating about people that disappear from the grid.
Mm.
Like DB Cooper, who like stole all the money from the plane, and then like just disappeared. Was never found.
DB Cooper, I've never heard that story.
He was it's like a very popular YouTube theory thing. He's just a guy who was on a plane. It's like I have a bomb.
Yeah. The average
He
place.
took the plane. I think he parachuted out of it or something. But he stole the plane, disappeared.
Gone.
That's it. Yeah, they used it in the first episode of Loki. They had it turn out that Loki was DB Cooper. Like
And that's why they never found
Oh,
he lost a bet to Thor in like his backstory, and he got teleported out, and that's why they never found it.
Oh my god, I've never watched it. I've never watched Loki. And
It's
now
new,
the
so
new-
it's only two
Yeah.
episodes out, I think.
No, I watched it. I don't have Disney thingy. Plus.
Have you seen like every Marvel film though?
No.
You need to watch every Marvel film.
There's a lot
You
of
need to
Marvel
watch like,
films.
well, you can skip the second Thor, but
How many Thors is there?
3 so far. But then every Avengers movie too counts, I guess.
Oh.
But they're good anyway. What you need to watch to understand Loki is definitely the first Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, Thor 1, 2, and 3.
I remember when I came here, we watched Infinity War
Yeah, we
at
watched
cinemas.
in
I went,
cinemas.
and I had no idea who half the
it
characters
was
were.
Damn.
Black Panther were in it. I
Never
had
seen
no
him before.
idea.
I watched Black Panther in the cinema. That was pretty good.
No, I had no idea who Black Panther was. Or like when we were teleported to Wakanda or wherever it was. I don't know. I had
These
no
guys
idea
with
who it was.
With the blankets that become
Yeah.
force fields.
I had no idea who they were. There was a scene in. Have you watched Infinity War?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
There was a scene where they were fighting a man who had a metal. No, Captain America was fighting a man with like a metal armish thing.
Yeah.
I think. Who was that? I still don't know to this day who it was.
Which one's this? Infinity War.
Yeah, he was fighting this man.
The guy with the metal arm.
Yeah, I think he had a metal arm. Did he have a metal
I
arm?
don't know. If you're talking about Bucky, that's not right.
Who's Bucky?
Bucky's the
Yeah,
Winter
Bucky's-
Soldier.
Did he have black hair?
Yeah,
He had
he's
glasses
great.
on ish thing.
He had like goggles.
Yeah.
That's not Infinity War. That's Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I have no
I'm
idea.
lost.
I don't
Um,
know. Either way, he was fighting this dude and the thing. I had no idea who we were. No idea. I just don't watch Marvel.
You should just watch him from the start. Just give you something to do for like 3 weeks.
I'm not gonna. We ain't doing that for a while, so may as well.
Or you could watch a guide, just like skim through and then watch all the ones you really want to watch. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 are very, very good.
I've seen the first one. Have I seen the
I
second
think
one?
the second one's
I
better.
don't know, second one. Since when were the Guardians of the Galaxy in the same universe as Marvel as well? Turns out Thanos is the
it's
They
green.
always
been,
were, yeah.
I didn't know. You know when they
He
started.
was in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who was?
Thanos on his big chair. He was on a stone throne that was
That was
flying
Thanos?
around. Yeah, there was the little blue guy with the hammer with the power stone in it, and it was like, I work for you, Thanos. And Nebula, who's...
Well, who did
Karen
he kill?
Gillan.
Who did the first one kill? Because they were doing the dance thing with him. And then
Oh,
they killed him.
that was just some guy that worked for Thanos.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. I don't watch Marvel. I need to watch the entire thing through Marvel.
I feel like the whole Marvel thing is it's you either love it or you hate it.
It's very cool. I
Like-
mean, like, if you don't like it, it's hard to avoid.
Yeah.
Because not only is it such a big event every time a big thing comes out, but, like, everyone always talks about it. It must be
Yeah.
annoying if you don't like it.
But
if you do, it's just crazy. Because there's nothing like it, a cinematic
Yeah.
event like that. Like, the only thing I can think of is the Before trilogy. Before Sunrise, After Sunset, whatever the fuck. It's 3 romance films that follow the same couple throughout their lives.
Yeah, I've not watched it.
Me neither,
No.
but
I just hated
Yeah.
it.
We just did it.
uh,
How does Spider-Man fit in with it?
he doesn't until Homecoming.
Yeah.
But I've not.
Is
So
it
Andrew
Homecoming?
Garfield.
Okay, so the first 3 Spider-Man movies are Tobey Maguire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Green Goblin, Mary Jane, all that shit, the classic ones. Classic.
Doctor Oxy.
Those are just self-contained. Well,
Yeah, just like they're the comic kind of ones.
they won't be because the new Spider-Man's probably going to have them in it, but you don't need.
Oh.
But that's not important right now. And then, all right, so the first and second Spider-Man movie were like classics and they were really big hits and everyone loved them.
Yeah.
The third one, I think, was a failure, like at least critically.
Yeah.
And the fans didn't really like it as much, but it's a classic.
Yeah.
So after that, they decided no more Tobey Maguire films. But then, like, literally 3 years later, they made another Spider-Man film just to keep the rights for the character.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
So they made the Andrew Garfield one, Amazing Spider-Man. Pretty sure they only did it because it's directed by Mark Webb, and his name is Mark Webb.
Mark,
yeah.
what do you want to do?
He made
Oh, so that's
500
spiders.
Days of Summer. That's pretty alright.
He
does-
Spiders,
He makes good. It doesn't have spiders in. He makes good romance films. That's why the relationship between Peter and Gwen in Amazing Spider-Man is like
real.
one of the best things in it.
Mm.
It's like, yeah. I don't remember the second Amazing Spider-Man. I just remember everyone says it's bad. I watched it in the cinema.
I've not watched it. Never watched Andrew.
You can skip it probably. I don't know. It's worth
I don't
watching.
think
It's good.
It doesn't like link in with the.
Doesn't link in with anything. It's
Andrew
standalone.
Garfield is just their own thing.
I mean,
It's
they're-
just the comics, really, isn't it?
They're
It's-
doing a multiverse type thing with the next Marvel Spider-Man movie, so I think they're gonna bring back all those guys.
Yeah.
But that just might be like fan speculation. Actually, we know at least some of it is true because Alfred Molina, Dr. Octopus, was like, "Yeah, I'm back, baby, and I've got all my robot arms." And did a little dee.
I think one of the. I watched.
maybe.
It was recent. It was pretty recently that I watched the Spider-Man Into the Multiverse.
Into the
Oh,
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Into the
That's
Spider-Verse.
sick.
With the
That's
black one.
that's a pretty good
With
one.
the black Spider.
Yeah, yeah.
That was an
That's
absolute
such a
fantastic
good
film.
The art style as well.
I saw that with my brother in the cinema. There were like a bunch of moments where we just audibly gasped at the screen. You know,
Mm.
kind of towards the start, he's running away from the Prowler.
Yeah.
Doesn't know it's his uncle. He's running away. He jumps across the platform as a train's coming. There's just a freeze frame, just for a second, where it
Mm.
turns into a comic book panel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking amazing.
Oh.
The way they did that film
So
was
many good
just.
moments.
It was really good.
The way they
Was it
animated
just
it was
me?
like CG. They drew over it,
Yeah.
and they do like 1s and 2s or whatever
Yeah.
animation terms are.
I got like, was it just me who found like felt really guilty for Kingpin? Like no, during
Yeah, because they made him
to
a good
the-
villain.
Yeah.
no, to the end of the movie, I wanted him to win. It's a bad thing, you know, when they were fighting, when the machine was making that
Really
control.
good fight scene. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was a sick.
It was
fight scene. I've never
amazing.
seen something as good as that.
Yeah.
It was absolutely brilliant. But they were in the like subway train or whatever in that big machine.
Yeah.
And then they saw his family, and he just stopped. You know.
Yeah.
He wanted it, and I was
He
like
was
that.
sympathetic.
I was like, can we just get his family
I mean,
back in here? Like, even if he goes to prison and gets beat, I just want his family to come back because I feel really bad for him.
Maybe that would have worked. I just like I mainly disagree with that just because it wouldn't have worked. Mainly, like if he could just get his family back and like try to kill Spider-Man, that's one thing. But the machine wasn't working.
Yeah.
And he was just in denial, and it would have just like exploded the universe or something. The
Yeah,
multiverse.
it was gonna crush the whole thing.
So yeah, it was just like he was in denial, and
It
it
just made me feel
But-
really sad.
But if there was an ending where he like found his family and used the machine to like take them out of like a multiverse and save them or whatever, maybe it's just like you know in the end of Spider-Man Homecoming, I don't know if you've seen that. At the end, the Vulture, he gets arrested, but he kind of has a happy ending-ish
Yeah.
because you know his daughter's fine and yeah, no one's dead.
I felt really bad for him. I really wanted him
Yeah.
to win.
But that's the thing though, he couldn't have won because if he
Yeah,
would have
there's
brought
no
his,
winning.
his family back in, they would have died anyway because of the.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have
It
won.
would-
No.
yeah, they
And it's
couldn't
not even
have
his
saved
We're
family.
back.
It's just an alternate version of his
Yeah.
family from another universe.
It's not
that
his family.
maybe in that like him as that character is Kingpin in
They
that
still
other,
got divorced.
they still all together
They're still separated, but
Yeah.
they didn't die from.
and then he's
What, how did he
taking
die?
them away.
Oh, it was really sad. It was
Hit
like
by like a truck.
he was about to like kill Spider-Man or something, and then his family saw him do it, and then they got in the car and went away, and they got hit by a truck. I think.
Yeah, that like maybe in the alternate verse they saw the fan man, they left, but they didn't get hit by the truck. So maybe. Either way, I felt bad for Kingpin,
Yeah.
and I wanted him to win, but there was no winning in.
There
so
was
it made
no
me still
winning.
sad.
for-
Spider-Man. Spider-Man, help me! I've turned into an X-Men. That movie is great though. It's so I love
Yeah,
Hobo Spider-Man.
Hobo.
Jake Johnson. He's the old man Spider-Man. You know,
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
jacket and
Not bad, kid.
the belly.
Not bad, kid.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, oh my god.
I've seen that film so many times.
I watched it.
I haven't seen it in a while because I want to watch it with my dad next time I'm over.
yeah.
I'm not. You know I'm yawning midway. I don't know.
You gonna say anything?
Yeah, I was thinking and I've lost it. Joker. You know, that is a thing that's been around for ages. What are you calling out?
Joker.
What are you?
Joker.
He's got the DVD. I've never watched
I
it.
got it on Blu-ray. You wanna watch it?
We'll watch it after
Yeah,
this.
we'll
Alright,
watch
we'll
it,
We'll,
yeah.
I actually really want to watch that.
Yeah.
I've never watched it. I've seen clips of it, and it's obviously
It's pretty good.
Many
Yeah.
memes, but never watched
Yeah.
it.
Is that the newest one?
Yeah, that was the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been so many Jokers.
There
There's
really
been
has.
absolutely so
I think
many Jokers.
from what I've seen, I haven't seen like a lot of the older ones, but what I've seen of them, I think the newest one is one of the
He's
best
quite.
ones.
It's just.
It's really good.
It depends on the version. You know, like this Joker is the best Joker for a more grounded, sad story about
Yeah.
him as a character. The Dark Knight Joker is the best Joker for that movie.
Suicide
You know, it's
Joker.
like hard like comparing them because they're
Suicide
different.
Squad Joker was absolutely ass.
But yeah, it was kind
He
of
was,
terrible.
he
Yeah.
was, he was just a.
What,
he was
what
a
do you
vibe.
think of Suicide Squad?
I feel like it could have been a good movie. However, I feel like I didn't like it. It
I
went.
feel it would have been way better if they didn't try anything. If they just had all these characters go on like a big task or whatever.
Yeah.
But instead, there was so much backstory for everyone, and I was taking it seriously. If it was just like the amazing soundtrack and more fight scenes and more character moments, then I would have loved it.
Exactly. It was piss poor. The Joker, and the Joker wasn't even in for like a lot.
Do you love or hate Harley Quinn?
Don't care about her.
Don't care.
Don't
Don't care.
care.
Still
Don't
don't care.
Still
Don't
don't
care.
care. I don't care. I don't.
That's great. I quite like her as a
Yeah.
character. I like her.
She was a cool character.
It depends. Like
I like how like she doesn't care.
if
at
she's
all.
used sparingly, she's great. Like in the
Yeah.
old
The backstory of her
cartoons,
was absolutely that.
Yeah.
The backstory of her, like brainwashed by the Joker. That was.
her working at the asylum.
Yeah.
Harleen Quinzel.
I love it. I love how he escaped. He told her I need a gun, and then she's like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, all right.
Okay.
Chucks him in a batter acid. But then that's what always annoyed me. He's
Yeah.
a sociopath. He doesn't have feeling. He doesn't feel for anything. He throws her into the vat of acid. Her willingly. She goes. Chucks
Yeah.
in, and then he jumps in after her to save her. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be mentally not there.
I don't know. I prefer. I one bad thing about the new Joker, right? The most recent one is that a lot of people really love, especially in the comics, when the Joker is crazy, but he's got his own logic and he's a genius. He's in loads of versions of the Batman. He's crazy. He's a bad guy, whatever. But he's really smart, and he has all these elaborate traps. He's got all these safety nets. Got people working for him. He's like 10 steps ahead at one time. The new movie, he's not very smart. He's just a guy who descends and reaches kind of peace in his madness. It's weird. We should watch it.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't want to. We should watch it before we carry on because I'm gonna spoil something here.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it with my dad.
Spoil me.
Have you guys read or seen bits of Killing Joke?
No,
it's seen as one of the best Joker stories ever. It's where a lot of interpretations of the character came from. It's it gave him a backstory, which some people hate because they love him being a character which is mystery. He's just a force of nature.
Yeah.
Other people if they were gonna give him a backstory, this is the perfect one because he was just some guy, right, trying to be a comedian, and he has a wife, and he just has one bad day, and he turns into the Joker, and it's great. You've got the vat of acid stuff, and you've got Batman, but it's just he just goes from one guy, and his life just keeps descending into misery and horrible, and then he comes out on the other side as this completely different person with his face burned and everything's great. It's a pretty good backstory. The main thing about that is the ending, I think, because Batman's whole thing is that he doesn't kill, and the Joker's whole thing is that he wants the Batman to kill him because then he'll have won, right? Because of the ideologies or whatever.
Is that what you want?
He wants Batman to kill. So if Batman kills him, then he's won because he's given up to him basically. So at the end of the Killing Joke, we don't know if Batman does finally kill, because he's just we're just gonna keep doing this forever. More people are gonna die unless you kill me, unless you stop me. So he just tells Batman a joke. The Batman laughs, and then he puts his hands on his shoulders, and then that's the end. So we don't know what happened. Some people maybe he stabbed him, maybe he strangled him, maybe he didn't do anything, maybe he's in Arkham Asylum.
He just beat
knocked him
off.
maybe
we don't know, but it's a really good ending because you just get a silhouette like that, right? We don't know what happened. It's a good ending, You should see it because, the movie's not very good. You should read it, but
you see, I feel like you know how they end like that. I feel like movies that end like that.
Yes.
Top notch.
A good ending to a movie just turns it from okay to brilliant.
Yeah.
Kind of have you got an example?
No, I'm just saying an example of when they make a sequel that then wraps up that story and then wraps it up.
That's
why make the sequel?
Worst.
Except from just money. It's a bad thing.
Terminator 3, right? It's not a great movie, especially following the second one, which is amazing. Terminator 3 follows a different main character, or a different version of the same main character, whatever. It's just fine. You've got some action. It's nothing like the first two films, and then in the end, they don't win. It just ends with the destruction of the world.
Yeah.
And it's
I've
wow.
never watched Terminator.
That's great. You should watch the first one. It's classic, iconic.
I'll watch them all.
Watch the second one because that's the best.
Yeah.
In my opinion, at least. It's very, very, very good. Third one, it's just, as I said, it's not great, but it's got a good ending.
Yeah.
Got good bits in it. There's a lot of cool concepts.
I'll have to watch them all. I've got so many movies.
I think I've seen more after that, but I don't think they get very good after that point.
We watched, what were it? It were Captain Tom?
Captain Tom.
Captain, I can't remember his name.
Captain Tom.
Captain, what do we watch
What are you talking
on
about?
Friday?
On Friday? When you came round to work?
Yeah.
Captain
Phillips, that's the one.
Absolutely.
Captain Tom.
Captain Tom.
Captain Tom.
What's Captain Phillips?
Captain...
You haven't watched Captain Phillips?
That's something you need to watch.
That is a good film.
It was a true story. It's not like anything that we've been talking about, Marvel or thingy. This, we're descending into a new era.
This is a new...
no story and thingy. What was a real life situation of thingy. Real life situation. It's about Captain Phillips, who was a cargo boat. He was a boat captain.
Yeah.
And he was going around the Horn of Africa. And he was met by Somali pirates.
Yeah.
And so
Oh, is this the Tom Hanks movie?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the Tom Hanks movie. There's some, the pirates boarded the ship, and using Tom Hanks' brilliant acting, there are
some pirates.
We gotta be careful, I guess.
You are a toy,
This is mine.
Get no bitches.
I am the captain now. You are a toy.
Castaway, the whole movie where you're just like, well, I'm on an island, I'm all alone.
Wilson?
I guess I can say the N-word. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
I think that.
Nah,
goes
but
along the
Captain
lines.
Phillips is it's a really good movie. It's
I
just
think it makes it better with it being Tom Hanks as well.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is
it
such a good
just-
actor.
Yeah.
We can all agree, yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen You've Got Mail?
No.
Great film.
No.
It's a romance comedy, but it just it's great because there are things that the characters don't know, but the audience does know.
Yeah.
Essentially, Tom Hanks is a guy who kind of inherits a big bookstore company, like a whole big building, and he's rich and whatever. And then the other main character is Meg Ryan, who wears like these big trousers, and she has a little bookstore, and she's very she's nice. All the people love her and everything, but the store's kind of gonna go out of business because of Tom Hanks' store. They meet each other, and they don't get along at all. It's kind of like the La La Land push relationship at start, and then Tom Hanks emails her, right, and they start having this relationship online, but she doesn't know it's him. He does know it's her, or he finds out at some point or something. That's just the whole movie. You've Got Mail. It's just it's really fascinating to see who knows what, and just see the evolution of Tom Hanks' character. It becomes nicer and stuff like that. The stuff he says on the email is contrast with him as a person, and she doesn't know.
Yeah.
And in the end, they fall for each other because of course they do.
So it's Tom Hanks movie.
Pretty
right?
good. It's definitely kind of like a gimmick movie.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just it's romance but with mail, but
Yeah.
it's done very well.
Tom Hanks is such a good actor. Who's your favourite actor?
Oh. Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
He's a good actor. He's
Yeah.
very handsome. But Blade Runner 2049 is just one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. Mm.
Just incredible.
I'll have to watch that again. So another movie.
It's
to watch.
amazing.
So
I think I think his name's Tom Hardy, but I can't remember the.
Venom.
Yeah. It is him. But yeah, I really like a lot of his movies and a lot of the characters he plays. He plays really
fucking
well.
sing.
I haven't seen a lot. I've just seen him in Venom, Inception.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many people in Inception.
There really
There's
is.
so many people Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy, Leonardo DiCaprio. What's his name? The one from Peaky Blinders. Something Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. That's the one. The one that's really handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's 40 something.
Yeah,
He
he's
is,
old.
he's really old.
And he
yes.
looks like 20 something. I don't know what he's done.
This
What
is
sorts
a-
of fountain of youth he's had. I don't know.
This is a take a lot of people had. I've heard this from multiple people. He's very attractive. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
He's a good actor.
He's fell off though, hasn't he?
He's gone off. He's
He's
nice.
Dr. Eggman.
well, yeah. But,
Yeah, I thought he stopped acting and then he did Sonic.
yeah,
he stopped. He stopped. He did that. He did the really emotional thing. His wife.
Yeah.
His wife killed him. Said
Did the movie with
Him
the
saying-
beard. And
Yeah, herself. His
Himself.
wife, in real life, his
Yeah,
wife
yeah.
killed himself.
I think
Because he sold her. He gave her the money to buy drugs. He
Oh
knew.
wow.
She knew she was gonna get drugs. She overdosed. And
it's
it was
like an
really bad.
afterlife kind of thing.
And he was in he was in a bad state, and he was just But then he kind of got back into himself. He said he was gonna be done with acting and stuff like that.
Played
And then played Eggman in Sonic.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, alright.
Dr. Robot.
I might be completely wrong about it.
I
I swear
saw
to God,
an
he had a
interview with
really
him.
bad thing, really
Yeah.
something.
I saw an
What's
interview
happened
with him, and he was like talking into it with it, with what was happening with him, like why he went all into like conspiracy theories, and he got to the lowest point in his life, and he said that he's never had him as a person. He's always been into acting.
Yeah.
He's
He's
always acted
Yeah,
as a character. He's never been himself. He's never been able to play himself.
yeah.
in real life. He's
And he
just been
said
playing
he said
as
he
a
was very
character.
honoured to have the role of Jim
Yeah.
Carrey, but he wanted to be himself now. I've seen the interview.
Yeah,
And then he played
Wow.
it's a good interview, really.
I mean, it's cool that he managed to bounce back.
Eggman.
Yeah.
And then played
Um,
Eggman.
Yeah, and played it.
And then this
It's
was
like,
the
um,
sequel now.
It's like, you know, a lot of people fall from grace or whatever, have horrible things happen
Yeah.
to them. They
Mhm.
could reach the lowest point. It's cool when they're able to come back and play Iron Man.
Robin Williams. I will forever cry on his fate.
I'm
God
I'm
rest his-
saluting right now.
God rest his soul.
The genie is
Yeah,
so
the
good.
genie.
One of the best characters.
Good morning, Vietnam.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Oh.
I would love that.
We're back into the Aladdin.
Yeah, it's
Full
back to
circle,
Aladdin.
Full circle. Jumanji's a good movie.
Jumanji's
The old,
great.
old school.
I mean, the new ones are still good, I
The
think.
Yeah.
new one, but the old one,
Yeah.
100% so much.
Well, it's- why is it always the shot they always show from the old Jumanji, right? This might just be me, but everything I've seen about Jumanji, like, they always show the shot where he's halfway in the floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When like it turns to quicksand.
Yeah, like, I get there's an iconic moment or whatever, you know, it's like a really,
Yeah.
tense moment, high stakes, whatever, like, towards the end of the movie. It's a weird shot, though, like, he's just in the floor.
In the floor.
And like they, you know, in Meadowhall, there's the shop in the I forgot what it's called, the aisles. There's, you know, the bit where there's a Red 5 there. I think there's a music shop at the end.
It's the Oasis.
It's near Oasis,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh wow.
the
it's
lanes-
It's not actually
Red
Red 5 anymore, is it? They got rid of
I
it.
don't know. Anyway, the lanes. There's a shop there where you can just go and get like signed posters and stuff.
Yeah.
I imagine everything's really expensive, but you've got like big screenshot from Rocky and it's signed by the guy who's Rocky. Forgot his name right
Sylvester
now.
Stallone.
Oh god, that's
Stallion.
embarrassing.
Stallion. Sebastian
Anyway.
Stallion.
But yeah, there's I think there's a Robin Williams one, and it's just him in the floor.
In red and God, run! It's a stampede. Oh.
You know, like some of that movie looks alright considering the time, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the stampede scene looks alright, but then the monkeys have not aged well at all.
The monkeys as happened when. No, man. It was just such a small thing, and then he what do you call it? You know when they had the pelican stole the board game and
Yeah.
then flew away to river.
Yeah, and the river.
When he caught the fish with his hand to feed the pelican, that fish, I swear to God, it was like 2 bricks that was just had a robot that moved them one hand.
The Lego Island graphics.
It was literally just going and like with like it was horrible. It was like one joint in the middle, and it looked like 2 blocks just being flipped upside down. It was absolutely horrible.
That's because most likely it was.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they had no CGI in it, but looking at it, I was like, it always just stuck with me. That has forever been on my heart. I had to get that off my chest.
New Jumanji's pretty good.
Which one?
New Jumanji, the
New
first and the
Jumanji.
second.
Yeah.
I've not seen the second one. The first one was good.
I think
I
I've
liked
seen
it.
them both at least twice.
Which one's the second one?
It's like the same but more. They bring in
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
Oh yeah, I've not seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty alright. I watched it in the cinema.
I love that
It's
one.
I
That
saw
one.
them both.
Dwayne
I've seen
Johnson
so
and-
many films in the cinema. Yeah, the guy, the kid from, oh, what's it called? Same person who did Midsommar, the horror movie everyone really loves.
Midsommar.
It's the same
Oh,
person
the
who
one-
made that, I think. The haunted shit, possession. I haven't seen it.
Oh, the Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Yeah.
My brother says really the kid from that is one of the boys
Oh.
from Jumanji.
Yeah, the one with the mole. Yeah, I know him. Guys, it was so sudden. It boom, head onto the table. Oh, it scared me.
I want to watch Midsommar though.
Midsommar. It's not
It looks-
scary.
it's,
It's
yeah.
just
It's
deep.
Florence Pugh. She's one of the characters in Little Women, which I've seen like
Yeah.
4 times.
Have you seen? Do you watch Dead Meat?
Nope.
James A. Janice. You watch it?
Don't know what that is.
Yeah.
He's a YouTuber. He wait, he might listen to this. Oh, my
Oh,
dream. No, but I love him. I love him to bits. James A. Janice. He does Dead Meat and he counts. He's just kill count of horror movies.
Right? Yeah. No. I've seen
Yeah.
And he did Midsommar like yesterday. He uploaded a video and I watched it yesterday.
It's got like why I want to see it is a lot of people talk about it. Some people say it's really good.
It's got.
It's interesting as a premise, because it is a horror
Mm.
movie, but it's like the whole thing's in broad daylight.
Uh-huh.
But I want to watch it because the cinematography. I've seen so many things on Instagram, just like gorgeous shots,
Yeah.
like her with the flowers and everything
Mhm.
surrounded. It looks amazing. I
He-
wanna
the-
watch
I forgot who made it. The designer. He like who did Hereditary as well. He's a brilliant. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
Florence Pugh, her from Midsommar, she's gonna be in Black Widow. I think it's a movie that's coming out,
Yeah.
not a series. Yeah, but she's gonna be one of the characters in that. She's great. Love Florence Pugh.
I don't know which one she is. Is that the main character in Midsommar?
I think so.
Right.
Let's get right.
No, I've not watched a single horror movie
Ever?
ever. That is a reputation I'm still holding. I want to, but I am such a whiny bitch, baby. It scares me.
I don't really care for horror movies. What I love, what scares me is psychological horror.
Yeah.
Mainly sci-fi bullshit that isn't real, that could never happen to me.
Like Doctor Who.
Like, well, a little bit.
Yeah.
When I was a child, definitely, I probably started.
The Weeping Angels.
But Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
One episode called White Christmas. I think it's the season 2 Christmas special, or it was made in between
I've
season
seen
2
that.
and 3.
That is really good.
But anyway, it's really long. It's got John Hamm in it. It's great, and it scared me so much. I was just thinking about it for a year. I had to watch it 2 more times afterwards to fully get it out of my system, so I could move past it. It was just stuck in my mind.
It's really good though.
Just the concept alone, because you can see a horror movie, you can see people get stabbed. If it's scary, it sticks with you.
Which one was White Christmas? Can we just talk about the episode? I might have watched it. But
It's I don't know if you've seen it. I don't want to spoil it, but
just talk about it. I'll probably watch it.
Right. There's 3 different stories happen, I think.
Oh, is it the one with the egg?
Yes.
Egg. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I've watched, I think, every episode of Black Mirror, and that's the only one that fucked me up properly.
Imagine having just being you.
I can't stand
you
it.
was
I
the
can't.
everything
It
the
scares me more
just
than
cloning.
anything else in my life. The very end of the episode, him in the kitchen. That's really in.
Cranked up to 1,000. It literally just went shh.
I cannot stand it.
Well, we may as well because he
Awful.
deserves it, doesn't he?
It's awful. It's so bad.
1,000 years.
Nothing else makes me feel like. Ugh.
And then destroying the radio and it comes back. Oh.
It's weird, isn't it?
It. The egg. No, just imagine having the sight. That's
Actually
your existence.
Making me distraught.
Your
We were
existence.
talking about sick and vomit earlier, which are actual horrible things that you feel. It's I don't feel bad talking about that shit at all. But this stuff that could never actually really happen.
It's absolutely revolting.
Oh, it's actually making me tense so thinking about it.
But yeah, Black Mirror is a really good series, and the way they do it as
I
well.
remember they're always pretty alright episodes, and then every now and then you get a really good one. I think there were a block of pretty good episodes in the season with the USS Callister, the Star Trek episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really good. Very I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream-esque. Some other good ones like Metalhead, I think it's called, with the dog robot.
Yeah.
That's cool because it was kind of
cool.
way more grounded in reality, because that's what all the robots they make are Boston Dynamics.
Yeah, Boston Dynamics. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what
they
inspired
actually,
the episode. Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of good Black Mirror episodes. Nosedive was pretty good. The one where they play Hang the DJ at the end, the dating app, where it's really just weird.
I can't remember the episode name, but
I only remember the episode names, nothing else.
I can't remember.
Because I always skim through on Netflix and see them.
Yeah. The one where the little girl gets the chip implanted in her brain. That's the one.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
that
she
is
gets
such
lost.
a good.
You
Yeah.
showed me that one.
That's
That is such a good
the
episode.
second one I watched, because I watched it. I didn't watch it in order. I started at season 4, I think. Watched USS Callister, Jesse Plemons, and the Star Trek shit, and then that was the next one. And I watched that, and that one didn't really affect me. I was just watching. I was like, cool sci-fi concept, whatever. It was a good episode. It was good. But my brother, that really frightened him. Just the concept of that, I guess.
Do you know what you'd like?
What?
Love, Death, Robots.
Oh, I've seen it.
That is
Oh,
really good.
I mean, I watched all of the first season.
Not watched
The second season, I've just watched a couple episodes. I
It's
always,
not big,
because it's the kind of series it is, everyone's standalone episode.
Yeah.
I always pick out ones that look cool. So I've seen the first one with the robot stuff. Watched Snow in the Desert. That one was good.
Snow in the
The
Desert.
bounty hunter guy
yeah,
who can
Batman
regenerate.
guy. And then
the second series.
that one's good.
What else? The drowned giant.
Oh
Have you
yeah,
seen The
that
Train?
one.
The train one.
Is
where
that from the second season?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Have you seen the one in the first season? Like, what was it called? Secret War.
Secret War.
I've seen all of them in the first season.
It's
Secret
the
War.
Russian one
Yeah,
where-
the Russian demon dogs.
Where the Russians
I don't
tried,
remember after watching
they
it.
tried to gain the power of hell to fight their side of the war, and it went
That's
Very
quite
wrong.
cool.
wrong. And then they had it was like a hive mind, like a hive of just demonic.
They tried to
royalty.
blow up the cave entrance, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they opened up a whole
They tried
like ant's nest of them,
And then they all came out, and so they had to do like a stand, like last stand thing.
and then a bombing run.
And then and
The
it was just at
carpet
the end.
bombing at the
Where
end.
it was like Russian tunes like bing,
Maybe I
ding,
haven't
ding,
seen
ding,
this.
ding, ding, ding,
You should
ding,
watch
ding,
it,
ding,
it's-
as like planes came over and just dropped bombs and absolutely
Yeah.
That
bombed
sounds
the
pretty
shit out of
cool.
it. It was such a cool scene. Ah,
Have you guys
Well-
seen The Midnight Gospel?
no, it's I need to watch that though. Spoil it. I was gonna watch it, but you need to be in the right state of mind
I guess so. Yeah.
because it's got like deep
It's very trippy. There's a lot. Yeah, it's just
talk-
podcast
yeah,
bits.
things about like
It's a
death
very cool
and stuff
concept.
like that. Like when I was gonna watch that, I was like, I wasn't in a good.
I think the best episode. I don't know. You can probably the best episode is the one where he talks to his mom, probably.
Yeah.
But my favorite is episode 2, because I think it just does it the best. Where you have the concept of him going to simulated worlds
Yeah.
and just everything that happens around him, and it mixes in with the podcast stuff and
Yeah.
what he's talking about, and just like the meat clown place.
Yeah.
And there's a song that plays at the very end where he's just talking to some people that get turned into meat, and he's interviewing them for a podcast or whatever, and then just in the background these clown guys just have an all-out war with like gas mask guys, and one of them sings a song, like a grunge song, and it's sick. It goes so hard. Very good, definitely worth watching.
I'm definitely watching. It was in the because I know that it's got it's strong message and things
Yeah.
like that, and it talks about death and things.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure.
It's not super serious though. I mean,
Yeah.
there are bits, there are definitely moments that are, but like it's comedy.
Yeah. It was just what I was thinking, and I was it was kind of the moment when I realised I was going to die
Yeah.
eventually.
That's comforting to me because my worst fear is not dying.
You think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the concept of living forever is just.
I mean, that alone, but like just White Christmas shit. Like if people did find a way to live forever, it would be through uploading consciousness onto
Yeah.
a computer.
yeah,
And that terrifies me more than anything in the world. So I'd rather just be buried in the ground, dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's again strong opinions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends. I might get to 80 and go. Well, I'm not getting to 80. I'm gonna like have a. I'm going like a good bet if I'm not gonna get to 80 years.
You're
old.
gonna join the 27 club.
That is weird though. The 27.
Yeah, that all those people died.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it is really weird.
Things to think about for our future selves.
Mm.
But guess what? It's a Netflix show. It's Midnight Gospel,
Yeah.
and I want to watch it. So I'm gonna watch it when I get home.
It's good.
It's.
You guys ever find a show you really, really like and then want to take your time with it? Like you watch one episode a day or something because you don't want to go through the whole thing.
Yeah, you want to get through it. So
I
BoJack
did that.
Horseman.
BoJack. I mean, I love that show. I just binge watched it.
Oh yeah, I used to. Oh god. The good thing about it is it's a good series. You didn't
I
like.
finished it.
You finished it.
Mhm.
You watched it all.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm surprised by how
I
much
thought you
can
watched the first
rewatch
season
it.
and then got bored of it.
No, I watched the whole thing. I think.
The first season is the worst one, I think. It just gets better and better.
Yeah.
It gets so deep. The first episode, I have to admit, first ever episode, I found it very funny.
Yeah.
I
I mean, it was funny. Like it just became a thing into itself. Like BoJack Horseman, you watch the first couple episodes and you're right. So it's like it's an adult comedy
Yeah.
about some guys that are animals, some guys that are humans. It's like at worst it's gimmicky.
Yeah.
And it's like watch this horse be depressed, right? At best, it's like some really good dark comedy from this concept, or just like making real relatable things
Yeah.
out of like stupid situation, like just unrealistic stuff. Or it's like crazy how much you can relate to the Hollywood actor horse.
Yeah.
But then it just as it goes on, the show becomes its own thing. It doesn't become, an adult dark comedy or, the show about the sad horse. It becomes...
its own thing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And there's certain episodes, like Free Churro, where he just talks in front of all the people in the casket.
Yeah.
The underwater one where he doesn't talk.
Oh, that one's sick. And then at the end, he goes, "Dude," and he's like, "Get out the way," and he's like, "Oh," and then he
Times Arrow is amazing. There are so many standout episodes. It's like one of the best shows. I might have to rewatch it.
Yeah. It's such a long thing.
There's one where he does drugs throughout the whole season. At the very end, there's a big music number about his life and stuff, and I think it's Gina who sings it. I think that's her name.
I'm not sure. I don't know. One of the depots. So where they were like he was dying and he was walking. Like.
Is this like towards the very end?
Yeah. Like Bojack. There is no other side.
That episode was so good.
Bojack. There is no other side. This is it. It's like.
It rewards you for watching the whole thing because there are characters throughout the whole series, and there are like deep cuts. Like everything they're eating relates to them personally. Like there was Crackerjack, I think he's called, the one of his relatives that died in the war. He's just eating rations.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who died masturbating has a lemon.
Oh yeah.
He talked
with the
about
rope around his neck.
what's called autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah. That's how he died, didn't it?
He bite down on a lemon at the last moment. He died with a lemon in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like Beatrice. Yeah. Sarah Lynn makes me sad.
When she died in the cinema,
it was crazy. Oh,
that was the end of the series as
Sarah
well.
Lynn.
That was like the last
Sarah Lynn.
Yeah, and it like because it was like it wasn't, but it was kind of like a daughter figure. To him.
I mean, it was the closest thing.
It was the closest thing
because of horsing around. And then when he goes to the old Sugarman place, tries to fix it up, he like tortures himself, like he doesn't fix anything. He's like cold and he's shivering there, so he forces himself to watch the show made about Sarah Lynn's death.
You know what made me like think? When he went to like the cancer place for forgiveness before he died, he just didn't give it. He like.
That was like one of the moments from the first season when you're like, whoa, this is something
this is
else.
like it came from Roger and he was like, no. Like,
and Bojack just can't accept it.
Yeah, he's like...
It's like, well, I said sorry,
Yeah, I know, but I don't forgive you. And it's like...
Ugh.
And it got really... it got really, 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 really deep really quickly. Oh, it was so good. But near the end of the series, where it was talking about... I don't know what it was, but either way, it was his dad. His dad was like a racer, weren't? No, his idol or something. It was like a racer. Yeah, secretary. What was it?
Secretariat.
Secretariat.
I think.
I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. The brown horse.
Yeah.
And he committed suicide by jumping off a bridge, didn't he?
The long way down, the view from halfway
down. The view way from halfway down! Oh my god! The realisation of halfway down, you don't want to die.
He does, yeah.
And then, but like, he don't have a choice anymore. Like, he gets to it, he's committed, he gets halfway down, realises he didn't want to, he can't do it anymore.
There's not.
Oh, nah, not for me. That shook me. It was such a good poem as well. BoJack Horseman's so good. I'm gonna have to watch it again probably. But there's so many movies I still need to watch.
I feel like you come to these kind of like points in life where you've got so much to watch, but when it actually comes to watch something, you don't know what to watch.
Yeah.
You kind of get lost. Just forget everything that you.
I just end up rewatching the same stuff over and over. I've seen the series Samurai Champloo like 3 times.
Never watched it.
Have you seen Afterlife?
Yeah.
I've watched that like 4 or 5 times now in the last like 4 or 5 weeks.
Waiting for the third series. The second series wasn't as good as the first. Changed my mind.
I
haven't seen the second series. I don't think.
You can't really tell that there's 2 series. It's just like one big series. I think so. Anyway.
That's weird because I remember the last episode of the first series wrapping everything up really well.
Yeah, but then it goes on to the next episode and then you get like if you watch it like all the way through from the beginning now, you can't even tell. Like I got to the end and I was like, oh, there's not another series. Like,
Oh, so many deep concept things. We need another series like that,
What another?
like a deep thingy. BoJack
Yeah.
Horseman, like Afterlife, things like that. Touchy on like difficult subjects.
I think it's
A lot
the
of
actors that
movies
make
that
it
do
so
that.
much better though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you need good actors to do
Yeah.
it.
Like Ricky Gervais.
Breaking
in-
Bad is a very good series.
Yeah, that's
I've
a good
never watched
series.
Breaking Bad. I need to
I
watch it.
got all the way up to the end, right? I was like halfway through the last season. I just stopped watching it
Mm,
for no other reason than I guess I just didn't want to finish Breaking Bad,
yeah.
so I didn't. That
Ah,
was it.
like you've always still like if you've always got some.
It was just a thing, yeah, because every episode's like 45 minutes long or like an hour or something,
Yeah.
and there are 5 seasons, so I just made it like part of my routine for like a year,
And then,
and then
realised it
I
came
was
to
like near the end, I was like, oh no.
I can't
Yeah.
watch this. And
I
there's
can't
like
finish
stop.
it.
Ooh, but then it's gonna play with you in the mind because like, oh, should I have watched that?
That's another one that I haven't finished is Prison Break. I
I'm
haven't
not watching
finished Yeah.
I mean the concept alone, Prison Break, and it's the 2 guys from The Flash.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
them both in the
I-
same shit.
The first season was absolutely brilliant.
Right, yeah, that's what I've heard, right? I've only heard about Prison Break through the channel Fact Fiend.
Yeah.
The guy called Smallwood, he talks about how ridiculous it is. Like, every time it gets more and more elaborate, and
Uh-huh.
the seasons just get more confusing. And
Yeah, the
crazy.
first season was brilliant.
Yeah.
The first season it was his prison break. He was
Right.
trying to break out his brother, who
From
was
prison.
Just the concept,
framed.
yeah.
Who was framed for a murderer, and he was on death row,
Mm.
and he didn't have long before he died. So his brother went into the prison and planned to break himself and his brother out. That's a good thing. That's
It's
a good series.
concept.
They had the background. They had the other like half of the episode was like dedicated to like outside the prison where he had like friends or something also trying to back up his side, and then the people who tried to frame him trying to stop them. Obviously. And it had all the date thingy. But like both of them combined, the first series was a brilliant one. It was Prison Break. The second series, they're out of prison, but they're on the run. And it's just boring.
It just goes downhill
Right.
It
from
just
there.
goes downhill.
It
from
would have
there.
been so much better as a movie. If
Mhm.
they could have like condensed it into a movie, it would have been so much
And I
better.
feel like just leaving it at the first series. I feel like just make the first series and then just leave it.
Yeah.
Let them break out and leave it.
I think that's something BoJack Horseman does really well, because it like it moves on to different things. You
Mhm.
see, each season kind of has its own theme,
Yeah.
right? Like or ongoing story arcs or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember there was one where he was going for the Oscar, and that was kind of the whole season. One where it was,
Oh, with the actor. And then he got that new girlfriend who was his co-actor.
Yeah.
And then the drugs. Lack of drugs kind of made him go.
have you guys seen Castlevania?
No. I've seen it.
I'd recommend it.
Seen it. Recommended. I'm not seen it though.
I watched I watched it a while ago. I was getting through it I was watching the first bit. It was like, this is alright, pretty good concept, kind of slow, but then once you get to like the second, because the first season is only a couple episodes, just kind of a pilot more than anything.
Yeah.
And the second season is just fucking epic, just like battles, like anime battles.
I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch it. Anime can be either good or bad, in my opinion.
I started watching One Piece again. I mean, kinda. I have watched like 20 episodes in the past couple days, but
Yeah.
it's hard to say you're getting back into One Piece because I'm just jumping straight back into like episode 583 or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty good. What else? Konosuba. That's kind of the opposite. That's just easy watching. Each one's kind of episodic. Doesn't really. It's not like serialized TV or whatever. Where you have to watch everyone in order and you have to like. It's all one big arc. It's not like that.
That used to really annoy me in old back in like when we were kids, Adventure Time,
Yeah.
regular show. You didn't have to watch it in an order.
Yeah.
But coming to the end of the series, you'd have to watch it in order.
Yeah.
That was the thing with Adventure Time because at the end of season 2 they introduced the Lich for the first time. I remember they'd always play that on Cartoon Network. There's the episode where Princess Bubblegum got possessed by the Lich.
Yeah.
They'd always play that one. And I
Yeah.
was really confused because I never saw the episode before. I had to look it up on YouTube. That's how I ended up watching like most shit. I just watched like entire TV shows through clips on YouTube.
Yeah, I need to like, because then I'd want to. What I wanna watch is Gravity Falls.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's
Gravity
good. You should watch
Falls.
that.
The intro music.
Oh, that's
Oh
brilliant.
my god.
That was
time.
it. Was Gravity Falls was my favorite thing ever when I was younger.
It's so good.
Yeah,
and
4,
then
5, 6.
I was gonna rewatch that series, and I was in the bad state of mind, obviously, of the realization of dying in the future. And I got, what do you call it? The first episode, about 5 minutes in, I introduced to the Illuminati, and he went, "Don't worry about anything. Life isn't meaningless. Life is meaningless. The universe is a hologram." And I was
I
like,
go
that.
back.
Yeah, and like the universe is a hologram. Like life is meaningless, and I was like that. Paused, turned it off, and I was like, not right now. Not right now. This is not what I need. And I honestly, like, I really hate myself. I mean, I'm glad I didn't, because it probably would have set me off again. But if I carried on watched it, I could have now watched it. But I can't watch it because it was on Amazon Prime. But now it's not on Amazon Prime.
So they took it
Just-
off.
So I can't watch it unless I
You
rented
could
it.
just pirate it.
Yeah.
Connor, I know
Whoa,
you're the dodgy one. Here.
Not on here. Alright, we can't. This is. I'm already under investigation, actually.
Yeah,
but
don't
you are a
pirate
social
anything.
pirate.
Don't know.
Well,
Nothing. Pay for
my-
everything. Nothing.
Use
Don't
the
worry about it.
original
Technically,
website.
it never. You know, it used to be illegal to raise a pirate flag because it was against the government and the Queen or whatever.
Yeah.
It never didn't become illegal.
Yeah.
So my dad's technically a pirate.
Give me your money.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really believe him, but then he kidnapped Tom Hanks. So I was like, okay.
All right. Yeah. Kidnapped Tom Hanks.
Have you seen that?
Being held hostage.
Have you seen that video on YouTube? I don't know where it even came from. It's just one of them random videos that YouTube recommends you. It's breaking stupid laws in the UK.
Yeah, I've seen.
And the guy walks around London doing breaking
It's
stupid
like,
laws.
there's gambling in a library.
Yeah, gambling in a library. Walking around with a suspicious salmon. Walking into Parliament in
It's
the suit of
illegal to
armour.
hold fish suspiciously.
Yeah, it is. Wafting a rug out in front of
Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace in in one of them. What they called the big
Oh, I don't know, the horrible history shit.
Yeah.
Frilly.
frilly around the neck kind of
Elizabeth
outfits.
First type
Yeah.
beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? And that's illegal.
It's illegal to do that.
Do you know what's actually illegal? You know, air fresheners in cars,
Mm.
hanging them from the
The tree shit.
front mirror.
No,
That's
there was a lot of like conversation about that before, and they wanted to like fully make it legal, but I think it's just advised against. I don't know if it is actually fully illegal.
Well, it's a law of you because what it is it's
It's
obstructing
obstruction,
the
yeah.
obstruction. What is illegal is carrying a marker in New York City,
Or like an ice cream cone.
unless you have an artist license. You need a license to
God.
carry a marker because obviously there's that much graffiti.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
if
wow.
you get pulled up, if you're getting like searched and you have a marker and you don't have a just a pen, like a Sharpie, okay,
Mm.
and you don't have a license, you'll get fined. Because there's that much graffiti.
Yeah.
You guys ever do graffiti?
No.
No, I don't think so. I remember, I remember when we were back in primary, and me and Reese Fimister, we walked around on the back of, you know, the little wooden trains.
Yeah.
They had it all around the playgrounds. We went around, and on the back side, on the side where you couldn't see it, it was like, because they were all up against like a grass verge or like up against
A
a
little
wall or
hill.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
We always went round, and I would always do like the back one, and Reese would do the front one. And on the side of the wheel, we signed it and put his initials or signature on it. And then what we didn't realise at the time was we were pretty much setting ourselves up for them to find us and realise that we'd been walking around graffiti and all over.
Because you put your signatures
We
on
put the
it.
signatures on it, and then we got pretty
I
told
mean,
off for
that was... You got told off, or did you go to the head teacher?
I did, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the most stupid thing you got told off for?
Alright. One time, I was trying to do, like, sick parkour or whatever. This is, like, year 1,
Yeah.
maybe foundation stage. I put like they have the big wooden plant shit. It was like a big crate that they put plants in. I put one foot on that and one foot on a bench, and I was like, "Yo, teacher, check me out." And they were like, "Hey, Sam, you're not allowed to do that." But they like really told me off for it, like way more than is
Yeah.
reasonable for a child that age. I was like, "Okay, I didn't know." So I just went and I played on the train Connor was talking about.
Yeah.
Literally, just the wooden train. I stood on it, and then the teacher was like, "I just told you not to do that." Fucking bullshit. Stupid. Went to the head teacher for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
I went to the head teacher so much in primary.
One time I went to the head teacher for a real reason because I punched someone, but
Yeah.
everything else was just like bullshit. That teachers just like
Just
stupid reasons.
yeah.
Back
The
in,
teacher's just like, well, I'm bored. I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah, just
Doing
gonna
my
bully
job
a kid.
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go yell at this kid real quick. Give me a second. Yo, give me a second. You.
Yo, can I scream at this kid for no reason, real quick?
I mean, it's in your paycheck. You get paid to do it.
You get a raise.
I never got on my paycheck. You. Tie your shoelaces, boy. You could trip over.
One time I was playing Tig, and I ran around, right, and I got in trouble because I ran in the general direction of a ladder that was on the side of the school, right? And the teacher, not even the teacher, it was a fucking lunch lady, playground assistant, right? She was just like, "Oi, don't even think about it." I was like, "What?" And she was like, she meant climbing up the ladder, which I wasn't even close to, just because I was generally running towards it. And then she obviously thought I was talking back to her. Because they always assume that. They always think you're talking back to them.
I'm just talking. I'm not being rude. I just want to.
Are you back chatting? No, I'm chatting back.
Are you back chatting? Oh yeah, because I'm talking to you.
I mean, what?
Innit? Like, are you back chatting?
What
to me?
can you say
but
to
then,
that?
But then if you don't say anything,
As a child,
why are you ignoring me? Don't ignore me. Don't ignore me. Answer me.
It
Well,
sucks.
I didn't
It
mean to
sucks
think.
so
Oh, don't
much.
argue back. Oh my god, Mr. Pugh, we've left school now. I'm allowed to say it. Mr. Pugh would be so bad at doing that.
Mm.
Do you know?
He would just like humiliate people.
He hated me. We can all admit he absolutely hated me.
Yeah.
He despised me. I don't know why.
He does it under the guise of like, friendly, whatever.
Yeah, friendly.
Yeah.
But
But he's just not at all.
He's
Yeah,
not.
no,
Yeah.
he's a
very not.
complete.
I mean, I didn't mind. I got on with him because I just found him funny, right? The way he would just literally mess with people. He'd
Yeah.
lie. He'd
No,
say
I
that
don't.
he lost an eye in the army and he has like an artificial one that can measure 3D space.
Yeah, I remember.
I
when
found
he
it
said
funny,
that.
right? But he's still not a great person.
No, I hate it. Well, you know when we were making Bromcrow,
Mm.
alright? Yeah, he's always like Mr. Pooh. He was either in a good mood or a bad mood. You know, it was either it was either in a good mood or a bad mood. You know, it was like not to turn it. It was good mood or bad mood. It
Yeah,
was how it
But
worked.
regardless, he'd always just make you look stupid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was the thing. Like teachers can yell at you, teachers do whatever. But Mr. Pugh would always just make you look stupid.
Yeah.
And it fucking
Make you
sucks.
feel
in
small.
front of everyone else, in front
Yeah.
of your friends.
What did you call it? You know when we were setting up Bromcom?
Mm.
The day before, he told us we needed to go to an ICT room.
Yeah.
I forgot that. You know, it's not a bad mistake.
Mm.
Harmless mistake. I forgot we needed to go to thingy. So I went up to a form room and he was sat there in the thingy. He was in a shit mood, obviously. His face, it looked like he'd been shot in the nose. Alright, he was absolutely miserable. I went in the room and he went, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "Well, it's form, right?" And he looks and he just stares at me, just like a really hard glare. And I'm like, "Is it not form? Is it assembly?" "No, it's not assembly." And he just completely stares at me. No words, no explaining, just staring at me to make me feel, obviously, make me feel stupid. And I went, "Oh, it's the Bromcom thing, right?" Nothing. Just still dead stare, like I have done, like I've just shot
Like
his
you
wife.
just killed someone.
Yeah, like I've shot his wife. And then I go, "Is it the Bromcom thing?" Complete stare. And I went, "I'm going to go down to the ICT room because I think it's the Bromcom thing." Nothing. He didn't tell me nothing. He didn't tell me nothing. So I went down there. Obviously, he's already hated me for making a mistake, you know? I accidentally went
Yeah,
to
but
form
you did
room.
talk a lot in form.
No.
You used to talk a lot in form.
No.
No?
Okay, maybe a little bit. But no.
That doesn't warrant.
Yeah,
That
it
doesn't
doesn't
warrant.
warrant
That
the
doesn't
whole
warrant
thing,
that.
yeah.
That doesn't warrant me like making a mistake and then him just staring at me and glaring at me, actually
Yeah.
being horrible to me. So we go down to the Bromcom thing. We go into the laptop room. You can sit where you want, obviously.
Mm.
We were sat wherever we want. I was sat back up next to Oliver Arthurs. Everyone were talking in that room. Yeah, you were.
I don't remember for sure.
Everyone were talking in the room, obviously. So weren't in here. everything. We were all logging on. I'd logged on. We were all logging on. I was loading up.
I don't think I
And
was
everyone
there.
talking in. He came into the room and he instantly, immediately, picked me out. Max, come sit at the front, log on here. Okay, sir, I need to... That was the thing I shouldn't have done. Don't answer back to me. Come to the front and log on here. Okay, sir, but I need... Don't answer back. Sir, I need to... Obviously, I'm trying to explain. I've already logged on. I need to log off this computer first. And he literally screamed. Do you not scream? You don't scream what? He just screams. He straight up screams. He literally just screams. He yells. And he goes, go outside. And I stand up and go... As I walk out, just put my arms tied by my side and go, what? You know? I look at him and go, like, what? What do you
And
want
then
from
he
me?
does the thing where he looks at the rest of the class like you're being a fucking, like, maniac.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't know what to do. I'm trying to tell him that I need to log off, but he's having none of it. So he go outside, he sends me outside, he comes back outside and he's like, and he went, I have not yelled at a student like that for a good amount of time. I was very close to saying, I'm glad I could be the one, but I didn't held my tongue. And he took me outside and he's like, you need to answer back. Why would you answer back? There's no point answering back, okay? You do what I say. There's, like, don't be a thingy. Obviously, he's just yelling at me, because he's obviously, like, his wife didn't fuck him. Obviously, he never got to climax or something like that. And obviously, he's going to take that out on me, because he's got blue balls now. He's pissed. And he has to take it out on me. He has to take it out on the kid. And unfortunately, I'm the one. And so he's outside and he's like, do you understand that you can't touch me? I went, yes, sir, but I was just trying to... You see, you're doing it again! I was like that.
You're just trying to explain your reason.
It just went, you need to understand. You understand? I went,
There's a difference
yes,
between, like, explaining your motives for things and then, like,
talking back to
excuses.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
he thinks everything is an excuse if it's a reason.
He wouldn't even lay me out that. I went, yes, sir, but I was just trying to say... And he went, yeah, but you're doing it again now. And I'm like, oh my... And I was like, and at that point I went, oh my god, I'm not going to get it through to you. You're just a pointless retard.
That's just
And
what
That's
it
the
is.
thing. You
That's
don't
just-
argue with stupid.
People in a higher position than you, just authority is
It
just
got-
always like that.
It just went that. It was to the point where I'm like, right, I'm not going to be able to tell you because you won't accept to listen. Like you don't want to be proven wrong. You don't want to be obviously maybe.
That's why,
wrong.
like, honestly, society is pretty scary if you think about it. Because if you
Yeah.
break down that situation and think of it within the context of a policeman,
Yeah.
that's how you get fucking shit like Black Lives Matter movement and
Yep.
all the things that happen then.
Yeah.
Just like shitty people in positions of power. And it's just what happens when you
Yeah.
get a position of power, like the Stanford prison experiment, you know? They took half the children, made them prisoners, half the children, or students, whatever, young adults, made them the guards for the
Yeah.
prison. And then without any other influence, the guards just naturally became shitty towards them,
Yeah.
just treated them horribly. In fact, they had to stop the experiment like way before they were supposed to, because
Yeah.
everyone was being hot. Because that's just what they do. They're in a high position, they're going to take it out on you.
Mhm.
That's just like the normal way of life. Though. That's just the way
that's the
humans
man.
are.
If you're better, you know, seen better than a person. If you
And
if
there's
you have
nothing
a
you can
higher,
do.
yeah,
This is-
if
yeah,
you have a
nothing you
higher
can do.
ground of them, you're more important. We'll say, okay. Say like me to a homeless person, I have more status over him. I could do whatever I want to that homeless man, and I'll be fine. Well, actually, no, I say that, yeah. If I
Yeah.
kill him, I'm gonna go to
Realistically,
prison.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if Mr. Pugh killed you, he'd go to prison.
Yeah.
But still.
Like he could, like I could just shout it.
You've got in a position of power.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's in the power to be better than him.
Yeah.
It's all this shit. The world's coming to an end. The world is coming to an end. The society is
Where's my bed? I have a really cool.
He has some.
The one where he wears in school.
What I used to wear. I stopped
What, the badge?
the bag.
Yeah, the
How's it gonna
badge.
end?
How's it
Classic.
gonna end?
Oh, Truman Show. Jim Carrey.
Full circle.
Oh, Turco.
Damn, that was a really not deep, but just really personal
Yeah.
rant about the man.
The man.
It's just something that used to piss me off. And now we're playing guitar.
Apparently.
Apparently, just. Of course, you can play guitar. Is there anything you can't do?
I can't play guitar.
No, I can't play guitar. Literally plays the
I
guitar.
know some chords. I don't know any. I just do this for fun, right?
Do you want to know how many chords I know?
Zero.
Guess.
0, yeah.
He's done it. Well done.
All right. Well, thank you. I mean, it depends. It's just relative, right? To someone who doesn't know any chords,
Yeah.
I probably look like I can play guitar. To a guitar player, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
You know. It's just... Shit.
Shit.
1, 2, fuck, go.
Have you got a guitar pick?
I got a bunch.
Where's that?
Oh, they've got the double-sided. They got different bands on it.
I always love guitar picks. There's just something about them. They just make it. It's just cool.
Pass them around.
Cool.
Yeah. I think Mum and Cal bought these for me to encourage me to play guitar more. You know, 'cause it's a
Yeah.
good thing to do. But yeah, they've just got
I got Green Day.
different designs.
Oh, you got Green Day?
That's my Green Day. That's my Green Day.
What other ones have you got?
I want Green Day.
Have you got Foo Fighters one?
I don't think so. Maybe I haven't
Oh.
looked.
Is that what? What's that one? I recognise
Some-
that
some-
photo.
Pink Floyd. That's
Yeah.
Dark Side of the Moon. Got some Bob Marley. Got some Jimi Hendrix.
Not Green Day. I'll swap you a Green Day. For
Show
Green
Ian
Day.
he is.
Yeah, you can say Jimi Hendrix.
Show Ian the podcast
Debated.
on this now. Debated.
Yeah, yeah. Debated, yeah.
We're just looking.
They did the mash. The monster mash. Mash. The monster mash. Ow. I was sitting on a trolley and I was sucking a lolly. I did it wrong immediately.
Right,
Oh,
yes,
it's
but-
I was trying to play the spooky splash. And I fell off a trolley. He got whiplash. It was a really bad crash. Anyway,
Anyway,
Yeah, that's yeah.
the end.
the end.